Hello? Hello? Anyone here? Can y'all see me? Oh my God, I see everyone. Okay, okay, okay. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? What's going on? Come pick up your clothes.
So come pick up your clothes. I have them folded. Don't knock on my door.
I don't know why that's on my playlist now. Shout out to Candy, honey. Come pick up your clothes. Hey, Mello, what's up? What's up? Shout out to my squad. You see these people in the green? These are our channel sponsors. You can be a channel sponsor too, like Chef Lynn. Only thing I do is click that join button. I know it's been a while. Shout out to my mods. I see y'all hanging out in the chat. I appreciate y'all letting the people know I was running a little late. Honey, I've been on the road all day long, honey, coming from Mama Brown's house. Please put pink hearts in the chat for Mama Brown. She needs to be uplifted in prayer. When whatever you got, please give it. Because, oh, child, we've been going through it this weekend. But you know what? God's got it, honey. God's got it. My mama gonna be okay. Okay, good, bad, or indifferent. She's still gonna be all right. Okay. I appreciate everyone for checking in on me and stuff. My squad was looking out for me. I appreciate y'all. I hope y'all had a wonderful Mother's Day. Okay, I had a wonderful Mother's Day. I spent the entire weekend plus Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I got that Thursday night. Was it Thursday night? I think I got that Friday night. I don't know what night it was. I feel like I've been there all week. I was there Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Okay, I left this afternoon, and she's doing good. She's doing better, but it's a journey. Okay, it's a journey, not a sprint. Um, so I appreciate all of y'all. Now, before I get started, I also wanted to share a little thank you to Monyetta Shaw. Y'all remember Monyetta from she was on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. She was on Atlanta Exes. She's a friend of Candy's.
So come pick up your clothes. I have them folded. Don't knock on my door.
She's a friend of Candy's, okay, and she has her own nail line. Okay, I ran into Monyetta Mo. Okay, I ran into her at the salon last week before I left. Okay, my hair ain't cute today. Well, it might be a little cute, but she was getting her hair did. Okay, and she came and said hello, and she brought me some nails, honey. And she know I need these nails. These are so cute. Look at these. She brought me these press-ons. Okay, for my little special occasion, when I want to go out and I want to be like, rah, okay. So she brought me this color right here, and she brought me this color right here. And they have a lot of different colors. Okay. She has a new nail what's it called? Keep it classy nails, elegance at your fingertips. Okay, she has a new nail line. Here it is right here. Y'all scan the QR. Wait, let me move my finger. Y'all scan the QR code, okay, with your phone, okay? And y'all go get y'all some nails if you wear press-ons, okay? Because I wear press-ons, and when I don't wear press-ons, I just get like a little gel color on my little nubs, okay? But these are really cute. I really appreciate these because I'm be out. Y'all gonna be like, oh, Michelle got her hair done. Anyway, shout out to Monyetta Shaw. It's also available on Amazon, honey. It's called what's it called, honey? It is right here. Keep it classy nails for that elegant touch. Love Monyetta Shaw Carter. There she is right there. You can go to keepitclassynails.com and all of the above. And this is not sponsored. She just gave me some free nails, and I thought it was very nice of her because she didn't have to do it. Okay. She didn't have to do it. Okay. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Come on in. Come on in. Keep it classy. Keep it classy nails. That's what it's called. Keep it classy nails. Keep it classy nails. And scan the QR code. Okay. If you just get in here, scan this QR code. Keep it classy nails for that elegant touch. Mhm. Not somebody saying no. She gave me some keep it classy nail glue too, child. I got my nails and my nail glue. Y'all ain't gonna be able to tell me nothing. You love press-ons. I love press-ons too, but I love like my little gel nails. I like, because I like the tight. It's not too much I could do, without, but anyway.
So come pick up your clothes. I had them folded.
I had to keep playing that to give me a little boost. I do. I've been on the road all day, y'all. Y'all just don't know. And I gotta go back, honey. I gotta go back because I do anything for my mama, and I'm gonna be there for her no matter what. And if she watching, I hope she know I love her, even though she be getting on my nerves and we be arguing. I still love you, moms. And on that note, you said find another boost. What you want? You don't like the candy?
Don't knock on my door.
You don't like the candy? Why you don't like you said folded or wrinkled?
Come pick up your clothes. I had them folded.
Y'all be saying I don't like candy and I'm giving her free promo for her remix. Y'all always talk about what you got against candy. What you got against candy? What you got against candy? And now I'm playing her song. Y'all talk about don't play it. What is it? You don't want me to play the song? I don't understand. You don't want me to support black women's. That's what y'all be saying.
Don't knock on my door.
Okay, anyway, you said promote the restaurants. They ain't there no more. Okay, they gone with the wind like Kenya Moore Hair Spa. And where is Kenya Moore? Y'all seen Kenya Moore lately? I haven't seen Kenya Moore lately. Has she been on social media? Where is Kenya? She is faded into the abyss. I don't know. Oh, no, she haven't. No, she haven't. Kenya's still around. And we have reported this before, but now it's official. Now it's official, honey. Kenya and Kim and Tamar and them, they are on a new show. Okay, that's where Kenya is. But she already done with that. That was only for 2 weeks. I wonder what she gonna do now. I mean, them 2 weeks worth of work couldn't pay her rent at the hair spa, and she got evicted after she did the work. So I'm just trying to figure out like how much money did they pay? I don't know. But anyway, as of May 2026, former Real Housewives of Atlanta stars Kenya Moore and KKK Kim Zolciak are reunited for a new Amazon Prime series. It's officially official now that they've announced it at the upfronts, and it's titled Reality Retreat. It is a little knockoff of Girls Trip. Okay. And speaking of Girls Trip, Nene, where you at, Nene? Nene Leakes will be making her appearance on the Ultimate Girls Trip Road Trip, whatever it's called. the Real Housewives of Atlanta Ultimate Girls Trip Road Trip. Is that what it is? She gonna be on there, and that's gonna premiere sometime in August, I think. Look, let me look. Hold on. Cause y'all know I wasn't prepared because I was talking about Kim and then Nene came to mind and I had to skip all over KKK Kim and them to talk about Nene. Let me talk about Nene first and then I'm talking about KKK Kim. Y'all hold the line for a minute. Hold the line for a minute. Look, I just got back. I'm stressed. Y'all just wait. I'm stressed. Nene Leakes. Hold on. What the heck said? It will be returning for the 20th anniversary of Real Housewives Ultimate Road Trip. Okay. The show is actually going to air, they had said, in late 2026. And now we have a date, and the date will be, where the date go? Why y'all leave the date out over there? Hold on, it's on my Discord though. August 9th. Thank you. I knew it was sometime in August, sometime around my birthday. I knew that. Thank you, DL. See, my mods come in the clutch, honey. August 9th will be Real Housewives of Atlanta Ultimate Girls Trip. Okay, and it's Porsha and the rest of them, and Vicky and all the OGs from all the seasons except for Atlanta, and then Nene gonna make an appearance, and Phaedra will be making an appearance as well. Okay, now the knockoff of the Ultimate Road Trip is this Kenya Moore show. Now I don't know how they got to do it, but they did it. Okay, They will be in a Amazon Prime show, which ain't got nothing to do with Bravo. Absolutely, positively nothing. Even the production company ain't got nothing to do with Bravo. Okay. And so, remember I told y'all Kenya was fired and Team 12 didn't want to believe me. Kenya is fired. So now she over here on a whole nother network working with whole other people. Same thing with KK Kim Zolciak. Remember, I thought she was gonna come back, but I guess they don't want her either because they don't like to show Caucasians in distress. They never show the Caucasians in distress. So KKK Kim and her mess that's going on over there, which would make for wonderful TV, by the way, is no longer on the Bravo roster, but she will be over there on Amazon Prime. Okay. The show features a stacked cast of reality stars living together for a wellness focused series expected to premiere at the end of the summer, child. It says, hold on, what else? Series is produced by Sally Ann Sassano, who actually was one of the creators of Jersey Shore, and is described as an eat, pray, love style retreat. Did Will Packer do that? I think Will Packer did that too over there on didn't they do that? They went to Thailand. They went to Thailand. You remember? Thailand. Y'all know where they went. But yeah, Will Packer did it too. The Eat Little Pray Love and Eva Marcel went. Y'all remember that show? It was a little one hit wonder or whatever. Yeah, this sound like the same thing. They just be copying people. Okay, it said the cast was filming in the Dominican Republic, and it's Kenya Moore, Kim Zolciak, Tamar Braxton, Margaret Josephs. Remember, she quit. I think she quit Beverly Hills on one of them shows. Christine Quinn, I don't know her. Bethany Cartwright, I don't know her. Caitlin Bristow, y'all might know her. Jen Tran, I don't know none of these people. Hilaria Baldwin, that might be one of the Baldwin sisters. All of these are the Caucasians. And Julie and Savannah Chrisley. They should have had the daddy on there because the daddy is real. He would have got into it with Tamar and everybody. The daddy should have been on there. But anyway, Julie and Savannah, that's the mama and the daughter of the Chrisleys. So they will be over there. So it would be interesting to see exactly what happens in the little explosive reality series. What date is it? It's gonna be on Amazon Prime. Y'all know the date to that? Put it in the chat if you know the date to that. I don't see no date to that. Yeah, I don't see no date. It just says set to premiere on Amazon Prime Video next year. Oh, it's Alec Baldwin's wife. Okay, thank you. Okay, so a lot of these people are the reality show rejects. I don't mean to say it like that. Y'all get mad when I say this, but honestly, these are the people that don't have no jobs no more over here on Bravo. So the other networks is picking them up because now their contracts are done and they can work elsewhere. They can get jobs elsewhere. So Kenya, she been out of work for about 2-3 years now, and she did her little 1, 2, 3 episodes on Real Housewives before she was indefinitely suspended, and she hasn't been back since. Even though she lied over here and told y'all that she still had a wonderful relationship with Bravo. Remember when she said that she had a wonderful relationship with Bravo? But just like she told y'all she wasn't gonna get evicted, honey. She said she wasn't fired, and here we are today. Okay, I ain't lied to y'all yet. Anyway, moving on. Like this video, like this video, like this video. Now, I'm gonna talk about the Real Housewives in a minute, y'all. I'm gonna talk about. I promise. I'm gonna talk about the Housewives. But before I'm talking about Housewives. But this is interesting to me because remember I said KKK Kim makes for good TV. Okay, y'all know we was watching all of the body cam footage when Kim and Kroy was going through all their domestic issues and all that ghetto stuff they was doing with dog poop all around the house, the kids running around with diapers on, and they out in the yard screaming, and the neighbors calling the police on them, and Kroy running and running with Kim's purses and hiding her phone. Y'all remember all that stuff that was going on? That was like, when I tell you, that was the most interesting trailer trash drama I have seen in quite some time. Now, Kim has got a new man. Look, Kroy got a whole new job. He like a forklift operator somewhere or some child. Kim over there, scrounging for pennies with, Amazon and them. And instead of scrounging for pennies, Kim said, I'm gonna get me a new rich man, honey. Big Papa ain't here no more. Y'all R.I.P. Big Papa. Lee Najjar, passed away. He can't help her. She done found her another one. I'm like, how Kim be finding these damn billionaires, honey? She found her a whole billionaire. And remember, just this summer, she was named in their divorce because the wife was like, the billionaire Kyle was allowing Kim to use their credit cards, right? And Kroy was mad too because Kroy was over there talking to the wife and telling the wife, he saw them going in and out the house. So now here we are months later, and Kroy over there hanging out with the wife. This a whole, what was them people on Good Morning America? This one of them, the damn wife switch, okay? The wife swap, because now Kim is with the billionaire. The billionaire wife, I don't even think their divorce is final yet. The billionaire wife hanging out with Kroy. Kroy crying on her shoulder. She crying on his shoulder. They both crying over KKK Kim. And now Kroy been spotted out with the wife. Hold on, look at this. Look at this on TMZ. Oh, TJ Holmes. That's who it reminds me of. TJ Holmes and them, because they exes got together too. So on TMZ, TMZ said Kroy was out hiking with Jillian, right? And first the people was like, well, what does this have to do with anything? Because he can hike with her, that don't mean nothing. But after the hike, they was all hugging and stuff, and people have pictures of it. TMZ. Hold on, Kroy. It is right here. Kim's ex spotted with the ex-wife of her boyfriend. Look at it. Look at this. Look at this. Kim Zolciak's ex Kroy spotted getting close with ex-wife of RHO alum's boyfriend. Like, if you didn't know the drama, that would be so confusing. It's like, what? Like, Kim Zolciak's ex Kroy spotted getting close with ex-wife of KKK Kim's boyfriend. Okay, I get it. So there they go. Look, there they go. There they go. There they go. Somebody filming. Look at it. Look at it. Somebody filming them. What they saying? Look, they got another. They got another one. What they saying? Tell what they saying. They ain't got no. They ain't got no audio. Let me rewind it. Shout out TMZ. Y'all know drill, copyright disclaimer. Look at Kroy. They having a whole conversation. This is what they be doing. This is what the people be doing when they be sneaking around. They always talk. They always got to have a conversation in front of the car. Y'all don't notice that? When you with somebody you don't need to be with, they always be sneaking around and hiding and talking in front of the car. Why is you talking in front of the car instead of in the house somewhere or at the restaurant? I don't know. But somebody said, I'm happy for them. I guess, honey, let the KKKs all hang out together. You said this is the evidence. I mean, they together. They out there talking. They having a whole serious conversation. Hold on, we gonna look some more. We gonna keep looking. Okay. What Kroy said? Kroy saying, yeah, and then he see the camera. Look at it. Look, it got clear. That camera got clear. Where was they? Okay, they're going. Then look. He's smiling. He blushing. Look at him. He blushing. Oh shoot. Hold on. What's going on? Okay. Are they gonna hug or kiss? Look, he blushing. He giggling. Look at he giggling. And she like, yes, Kroy, you should come over to have dinner. He's like, yeah, I will. I think I'll let Kim keep the kids this week, so we can be alone. And then she's like, is anybody looking? And they turn around. She said, is anybody looking? Okay, but look. Okay, so they got some more pictures. Hold on, let me see. Hold on. Did I freeze? No, I ain't freeze. It's got too much stuff on here. All this stuff freezing. Why I can't scroll? It won't let me scroll. Let me refresh. Okay. So there they go hugging. Okay, look. Okay. Like, forget the video. Stop the video. I don't care about the video. Forget the video. It said love triangles, old news. Love squares are apparently the new rage because Kroy Bierman was getting cozy with Jillian Green, who just so happens to be the ex-wife of ex-Kim Zolciak's current boyfriend, Kyle Mowitz. Check the pics. Kroy and Jillian was spotted hiking together in Alpharetta. over the weekend, and judging by the smiles and hugs, they seem very coupley. They seem very that hug right, that's a two-hand hug. That's not a one-hand hug. Okay. Kroy ain't got no money. I know, right, Jill? But look, she do. She gonna get half of the billionaires' money. Okay, so Kroy on the come up. Kroy done learned a lot from KKK Kim. Kroy said he gonna get him a woman with some money because the last woman he was with took his. Not Kroy so fine. Okay, you see that two-handed hug? Okay, let me see the gallery. What the gallery say? Oh, let me see. Oh, okay, there's the gallery. Oh, okay, let me see. Okay, they talking right now. And then okay, and then there go the hug. Okay, that's all we got. Okay, there go the other hug. Okay. Oh, he got two hands. She got look. I'm just saying. And look, look. They standing there with one arm around each other. That ain't no, all right, see you later, goodbye hug. That's a, okay, I'm going to meet you later hug. Okay, that's what that is right there. You see them right there on the side with, you see that? You see that? Okay. You said you don't care about KK Kim. Look. And look at her. She flirting and he got his little hand up. The body language is telling stuff. Okay. The body language is telling stuff. What's up with his hair? I don't know. He looked like Opie or somebody. Remember them from the, I'm showing my age, Andy Griffith show? Yeah. She looks really happy. I live for it. She looks really, look at that smile. OMG, this is messy. I live for the messy. This is the stuff that reality shows are made of. Okay. Kroy got the billionaire's ex-wife. Okay. She gonna get half of the billionaire's money, and then Kroy gonna live happily ever after with the billionaire's wife in her billionaire house with KKK Kim's kids. And then Kim gonna be with the billionaire sad and lonely because he gonna dump her for another blunt in a few weeks. Watch. Because them two right there gonna get married. hmm I said it. Watch. But anyway, moving on. Like this video. Somebody said they don't care. I don't care that you don't care. What you think I care that you don't care? This is my show. This is my show. Meanwhile, KKK Kim called the paparazzi too when she went out. We didn't care, but Kim was with her boyfriend the next day because she was like, they can't be calling the paparazzi and we don't get no press. So she called the paparazzi too. Hold on. Here they go. Yeah. Hold on. This was the day after they saw Kroy, they saw KKK Kim. So they playing with the look. Kim Zolciak locks lips with boyfriend Kyle Mowitz as their exes get close. So there go Kim and there go Kyle. Kyle look just like Kroy. So it's like all of them. Listen, I bet you they be doing the freaky sneaky. They probably doing the nature boy behind the scenes. They probably in a polyamorous relationship. They all freaking and sneaking together. That's what it's looking like to me because they look too much alike. And then they go, that's not Kroy, that's Kyle. It's too many K's. All this KKK, Kyle, Kroy, and Kim, the KKKs. Anyway. And then there go Kroy back in the day, child. It said Kim's kids were also there for the Mother's Day outing, which makes sense given her happy back. So Kim took the kids with Kyle. Kim, kids, Kyle, Kroy. Child, the KKK is doing the most. Okay. Meanwhile, Kroy appears to be doing just fine with TMZ showing pics of him getting cozy. So while Kim had the kids, because Kroy has full custody for now. While Kim had the kids, Kroy was out with Jillian. At least he got a J instead of a K. Anyway, moving on. Like this video, please and thank you. Like this video now. The Real Housewives of Atlanta. What season we on? Season 17, episode 6 was a doozy, but it wasn't that much of a doozy because the ratings sucked. But I don't know whether to talk about the ratings first or the show first. Should I talk about the ratings first or the show first? Put a 1 in the chat if I should talk about the ratings first, and put a 5 in the chat if I should talk about the show first. Let me see what y'all say. You said, Michelle, the verdict is in. RHOA fans don't care about that racist white woman. Oh, okay. I ain't say y'all did. Kim said this gambling ain't gonna interrupt me getting to the bag. Okay. Okay. You said a 4. You said the ratings. Y'all want to hear the ratings first? Okay, well, we're gonna talk about the ratings first because apparently all the people who said that this episode was so good and that KKK KKK that K what's the face is the demise of the show is listen. I said she was the demise of the show. Y'all said that KK what's the face. All these K's, Kim and Kyle got my brain messed up. K what's her face is y'all said that she was good for the show. Andy said she was great for the show. Andy said that they don't need Nene no more, but apparently they do because these ratings are in the abyss. Y'all remember when Phaedra said that she didn't want to come back to the Housewives because it was like the Titanic, and why should she come back to the Titanic? Well, I mean, she came back and it's still the Titanic, child, because let's go over these ratings like we always do. And I'm going to give you a comparison from this week to last week. Okay. All right. So here we are. Okay. This week, episode 6.57. That's 570,000 people watched this episode. 570,000. Do you know that is next to nothing? Do you know they got more views on YouTube than they did on the Real Housewives of Atlanta? You saying it was Mother's Day? It was Mother's Day. Mothers was at home, child. Some mothers was at home by 9 o'clock. Okay, they was watching TV. They just wasn't watching that. Okay, and so because it was so low, you said people streaming it, that streaming numbers don't matter. I don't care what y'all say. How many times I gotta tell you about streaming numbers and live numbers? Y'all don't be listening. Y'all don't pay attention. Why do you think they still keep track of live numbers? I tell you that every single time. I compare the Super Bowl with y'all every single time. The reason advertisers are like to throw money, okay, at a show, because they know that people are going to be there watching the show at a certain time. How many times I gotta say that? And the upfronts was just last week. Don't you think these advertisers looking at the Real Housewives of Atlanta numbers and saying, well, damn, y'all used to be 3 million. Well, why we gonna advertise our Pampers and our Coke 45 and our vitamins and our Ozempic on your show when we could go over here to the Walking Dead or whatever, 90 Day Fiance, and they got 1 million people sitting in front of the television every week, at least 1 million. Okay, but I digress, honey. But that is very low. Okay, I am very shocked. Okay, because 570,000 is very, very weak. And y'all said it's good, but okay, it is what it is. And that is the lowest number of this season. Actually, let me see. Last season, did they ever get a 5-7? Okay, last season they got a whole bunch of fives, child. They got a whole bunch of five last season. They got a 5-0. They got a 0.46 last season and a 0.49. Yeah, the 4.49. That was Kelly's episode. That's a dig. Okay, that was Kelly's episode. What was the 0.4? The 0.405046. The 0.46. The frack is back. That was Phaedra's episode. So Phaedra's episode was the lowest, and Kelly's episode was right behind it. Mm-mm. This is messy, honey. This is giving me a lot of insight about this week's episode also, okay? But there's that. You said nothing stays on top forever. Hell, we're not even asking them to stay on top. We asking them to at least stay from far from the bottom. We didn't say nothing about the top. I don't know where y'all getting that from. But anyway, this week's episode, season 17, episode 6, is called Saddle Up and Settle Scores. I'm not gonna do a deep dive because clearly it wasn't that good, but I took a few notes. Some of the things that I noted about the episode in its entirety, that it was filled with a lot of things. Okay, it was filled with insecurity. It was filled with glam anxiety. I guess that's what I'll call it. It was filled with low budget cowboy activities. It was filled with a lot of things. It was filled with some R. Kelly. Okay. I said last week that, and I know y'all think I don't like K What's Her Face, and I don't. But I said last week that K What's Her Face was very insecure. We already know she's insecure because she put Fix-A-Flat in her ass. Okay. We know she's insecure because she's changed her face times. We know that K What's face is insecure. Okay. Now that we done got that out the way, it is clear that she is insecure. Last week she wouldn't come to dinner because she didn't have no glam. This week, she admits it, and Portia's like, well, you could have came to dinner, it didn't matter. But she's also admitting that she don't have no women friends, and she don't get along with women, and she don't know what to do, and she looks out of place in every scene. It's like, hey, what's face? What are you doing here? Why did you even accept the offer? Because I don't understand. Like, she get with Portia and them, and I don't know. I don't know. She's trying to play Switzerland, but at the same time throwing digs at people. You know what I'm saying? She's trying to act like she liked Portia and Phaedra, but yeah, she called Phaedra a snake. She really don't like Drew for whatever reason. I guess because Drew acted like she didn't know who she was. I don't know what's going on with Kay What's face. All I know is she claims she likes Shamea because Shamea is chocolate. And I'm like, well, girl, you used to be chocolate, but you bleached your skin to look like a white lady. So I'm just trying to figure out. You say you like chocolate women, but you don't like chocolate on yourself. Okay, but that's just that about Kay What's face. But let's talk about this Dallas trip in day 2. I'm gonna leave K What's face alone for now. Shamea and Kelli are still griping about the room on day 2. Apparently, the cleaners didn't come the night before, and they end up having to share a bed because Kelly's bed was still had makeup or dirt on it or whatever it had on it. Okay. Um, Shamea admits, though, which is interesting too, because remember, Kay What's face skipped dinner because she didn't like her makeup. And in the first scene of the show, Shamea admits she skipped dinner. She was on the phone with her sister, with her mama or somebody, and she admitted she skipped dinner because she was unhappy with her foundation. So I'm like, what's going on with the makeup artists in Dallas? They don't know how to do black people, I guess. I don't know. Um, that particular comment explained a lot. Okay, because again, as I said about Kay What's her face being insecure, it seems like a lot of the women, Shamea, you really don't have to worry about it. But a lot of women seem to be concerned about appearance, status, how they look on camera, how they being perceived. It's almost like they trying to like self-produce. I don't want to be a part of it if I'm not looking right because they know this gonna be in perpetuity. Okay, they don't want to end up being like Claudia Jordan with her bob folded under. Okay, they don't want to end up, being read, like that in the years to come and being on camera with their makeup off because they know how it'll read 10 years from now. But there's that. You say Shamea is the best looking. I think so too. Okay. But again, like I said, everybody keeps pretending it's all about, I didn't want to, they upset about their room being dirty, but then it's a little bit more than that. I don't know. It's a lot of insecurity. A, about the makeup, and B, is a lot of insecurity because Shamea, who's been there the longest, even though, she had a peach last season for the first time. Was last season her first peach? But she's also been a friend on the show a long time. She's been around a long time. Shamea feels like she should have been in the main house. Shamea being kicked to the curb in the little house and having to share a bed and a room with Kelli. She feels like that is absolutely beneath her, but she's trying to be cool about it. But she keeps bringing it up, and you can tell that it is bothering her. So, they bring it up again. They say that the room wasn't clean. Shamea had to share a bed with Kelli, which is a problem in itself. These women too grown to be sharing beds. I don't care. I don't care. I would be pissed off too. I ain't sharing no bed with no girl. Okay. I mean, it is what it is. That's not homophobic or nothing. It's just that I'm too grown to have to share a bed. I need my own bed. Just like I got my own bed at home, I'm gonna have my own bed on vacation. Okay. You said that's because she's rolling with Kelli. I agree, Paige. It is because she's rolling with Kelli. But she's being punished because of Kelli. And I don't like that. Kelli is the one that's saying things, but then again, she is by her side. Okay, you're right. You're right. But at breakfast, Drew also uh decide to get into the mix, and she tells Pinky that the night before when she came to the table reading Cynthia about the rooms being dirty and being a messenger, she said that the energy was off. Okay, they start calling her aggressive, and all of them were agreeing like, I get it, you were trying to say this and the third, but you were saying a little bit we didn't like your tone, okay? And even Phaedra, when she did her confessional, and she was talking about Pinky being a vegan, that she need to eat some fresher plants because apparently the plants aren't affecting her mood, or are affecting her mood, one or the other. Um, let's talk about Phaedra for a minute. Phaedra ain't doing shit. What is Phaedra doing this season? Absolutely nothing. But I digress. Um, but she do deliver some good one-liners. The room issue, it start to feel a little bit symbolic. Okay, Cynthia is a mean girl. Cynthia is a mean girl. But what we realize about the room is that it's not about the dirty room. It's not about the beds. It's not about the accommodation. It's not even about Shamea sharing a bed with Kelly, even though that would bother me. It's really about them both feeling a little bit left out and less important than the rest of the gang, because technically they're not newbies. I understand the newbies getting the outhouse or the pool house or whatever. It should have been, Kay What's Her Face and Pinky and whoever else behind them. But at the end of the day, it's kind of giving, one or both will be demoted at some point. That's what it's giving to me, because Kelly's not really bringing anything except for a beef with Porsha, in my opinion. And Kelly also seems to, in her confessional, she even made that point that it felt like the rooms represented something socially, a hierarchy within the cast, that they didn't feel like they were main character energy to be in the main house. Okay. Now, as far as the trip continues, the group splits up. They have two groups. The first group is Porsha, Kay What's Her Face, and Angela. Okay, 4. Yeah, they go horseback riding and hang out with the horses. Group 2 is Cynthia, Pinky, Drew, Shamea, and Kelly. And Cynthia says and it's interesting too, because even though Cynthia is in her feelings about them continuing to talk about the room, she decided to keep them together on their excursion because she wanted them to talk about the room. Okay, so it's like, Cynthia, why is them talking about the room getting on your nerves? But you invited them together as a couple, because you could have split them up, but you invited them together so that you could talk to them about the room. Okay, and she said it. Okay, but Cynthia was completely over the whole fiasco. But one thing I did notice is that Shamea was trying to like calm it down a little bit, because even though at the breakfast table she said that she was sleeping, they had to share the same bed or whatever, she never really gave me they was being nasty about it. Okay, she really didn't. And even on the bus, Shamea was like, I really appreciate everything you're doing and all of that, but the room did not get clean last night and they didn't come to this morning or whatever. And Cynthia was over it. Cynthia was like, well, if you don't like your accommodations, you could go home and all of that. So I don't know. I think Cynthia was looking for a moment too. Cynthia is a friend of the show, and they did give her a little bit more power in that this is her trip. But I feel like Cynthia needed that to have something to fight about. You said somebody had to sleep in the small house, so 3 had to sleep in the pool house and the little house. There was no choice but to put 2 besties together. So it had to be the 2 with only 2 seasons in. It didn't have to be 2 besties. Why not Phaedra and Porsha? Why not? But I don't know. But it is what it is. You said Cynthia can go home. Child. You said I'm even critical of Cynthia. Well, what do you want me to do, Anthony? You act like I'm just not supposed to see what I see. I saw what I saw. Okay. Now we already know that Cynthia have another side to her, because Nene said it, okay? And Cynthia is over there feeling like, she is the matriarch of the group. She feel like she got to keep these little kids in line, and she thinks that they shouldn't be complaining about no rooms, even though Shamea lives much better than Cynthia and maybe even Kelly, but I don't know. I don't know their pockets. As for Pinky, they pissed off at Pinky because Pinky is a strong black woman. And Piggy keeps telling everybody that she vegan and she got more money than everybody else. Now, I told y'all last week, okay, y'all can go back to my review last week. I said it and I'm going to say it again. I'm sick and tired of Pinky on the one hand claiming she filing bankruptcy. She broke. She doing this with, well, she not broke. but she's doing this with her business structure and all of the above, and then telling everybody that she richer than them, and that her bank account is big, and that she got a husband that could give her $5 million and all of the above. So it's like it's giving Pinky is playing with the cameras and she don't know who to be. It's giving like I don't know Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. It's like I don't know how to like Pinky. You know what I'm saying? Because on the one hand, I want to like her because she's an entrepreneur, she runs a business and all of that. But at the same time, it's like you mad at people for eating meat around you. You mad at people for taking pictures on cows in front of you because you vegan. Everything you do, everything they do. I can't do that because I'm vegan. I can't take a picture with this bull over here because I'm vegan. You over there eating ribs. You didn't even think about me because I'm vegan. And I'm like, dang, did she get on like did she wear leather shoes? Like I'm just saying, it's like it's just so much. But yeah, but I didn't like them calling her aggressive because that is, one of those trigger words that can stick. We don't like it when they call black men aggressive. We don't like when they call black women aggressive. At the end of the day, a Caucasian woman may be acting the same way as Pinky did would not have been called aggressive. She may have been called, forceful or boastful or whatever. Aggressive is one of those trigger words that people use when they don't like black women who speak up for themselves. So, I'm in a little quandary about that one. You said I would not be friends with a vegan, honey. They're exhausting, very much so. Now, I also put Kay What's Her Face spent this entire episode revealing her subtle insecurities. She out, her confidence, her comfort, her feeling accepted, her comparing herself to the other women in the room. Like she kept doing that. And it's like, you supposed to be a star. I mean, you say you're a star. I don't consider you a star, but you're supposed to be a star. And you came over to the Real Housewives of Atlanta and you are intimidated. I can tell. She wants to kiss Portia's ass. She's being nice with Phaedra, but on the backside, she calling them a sneaky snake. She say she don't get along with women. It's like how you don't get along with women, but yet you pledge the sorority filled with women. We don't understand what's going on with K What's Face, and I'm not even trying to. But the one thing that I did notice too that showed another insecurity of hers, she said she was surprised at all the white women who knew Phaedra. Where is Phaedra? She was surprised at all the fans that Phaedra had at the airport running up to her, and she said that Phaedra is a household name in white households, right? Um, I said she was insecure about that because wasn't nobody running up to her saying, "Kay, what's her face? Kay, what's her face? Sign my album. Kay Michelle. Kay Michelle." Like nobody knew her. Them white women did not know Kay what's her face. And she had to stand there in the background while Phaedra was getting all the accolades at the airport. So there is that. That comment said a lot more than a lot of people realize because underneath the observation, it felt like another glimpse inside, Kay What's the Face, feeling the ways around the ladies. In addition to that, she went to Instagram recently and she had a lot to say about why she's not friends with women and she's trying to give this a chance because she's never been on a girls trip and she's never been friends with and blah 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 blah. And it's like, girl, like why are you here? You knew this was all women. Why is you here? Okay. You said K Michelle is jealous that Phaedra is white people famous. That's probably it. But is K What's the Face black people famous? I don't know. Throughout the episode, I don't know why I kept saying that beauty, visibility, validation. Okay. Now on the bus ride, Cynthia said she just wanted everyone to have fun and all of that. That's when she went off on Shamea. We already did that. 50 Cent came out, honey, and told them to shut the hell up about the room. She's over it. I also saw Cynthia on her podcast where she was explaining why she felt the ways, because she said, the lady who rented them the Airbnb or whatever it was, the rental property, was a very nice lady, and she didn't want the lady's image and brand to be tarnished just because the room was dirty. But it's like, if the room was dirty, the room was dirty. I mean, if she made it right, she made it right. I don't understand her being mad at her fellow castmates for calling out the room being dirty, because if the tables were turned, Cynthia would have been mad too. But if y'all let me know in the chat if y'all think they was dragging the room. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all think they was dragging it. Okay. Put a 5 in the chat if you understand where they was coming from. Let me know. You said Cynthia might as well have had a peach. Okay. This is one of my notes, and again, I just be jotting stuff down because I put Bravo's Dallas budget is absolutely sending me. The ladies look confused, disappointed, and hot. They was all they was all on their sprinter vans when Porsha and Phaedra and Angela. Let me talk about Angela in this cocktail dress to go to the horses. Like, Angela, why is everybody else in their cowboy boots and jeans, and you got on a cocktail dress and heels? Like, somebody didn't give Angela the memo on what to wear, which is hilarious, because all of the ladies clearly had a memo if they all came down in cowboy attire. Okay. Angela, did she not know where they was going? I don't know. But anyway, Angela came down with her green cocktail dress to go with the group, and they went to see the horses. Now, when they went to see the horses, Phaedra was bragging about, being a whatever it is. What do they call themselves when they do tricks on the horses? She was bragging about doing that when she was in college. Kay What's-Her-Face said she's used to horses too, because she grew up with horses. But when they get there, nobody want to touch the horses. It's like, like Phaedra said, her adhesive on her wig ain't tight enough. But then she in her confessional, she said she didn't want to say that publicly, but it is what it is. And then she calls out the Beverly Hills Housewives because she said they wigs don't be glued either. But I digress. But Kay What's-Her-Face said she grew up around horses. She didn't want to ride the horse. She had like she was scared. Angela couldn't ride the horse because she had on a cocktail dress. Porsha, I guess she ride enough horses. I don't know. But Porsha didn't want to ride a horse. Didn't nobody want to ride a horse. It's like, why'd y'all go to the horse thing if y'all didn't want to ride no horse? So they was like, even the lady on the horse was like, what y'all gonna do? Sit there and look at the horses? We don't understand why you here. So it's like they rushed to do something else because none of them wanted to ride the horse. So it looked like they put a table in the middle of the horse stables with the horses in the middle of all that manure, and brought a few bottles of wine out, and then they had a little wine taste. It's like, when did they run up to the liquor store real quick to put the and they was like, they was smelling the wine and all they could smell was horse dookie. Okay. It's like, what is going on here? Like, this budget is hilarious. They couldn't have put them in like the shed or the room or something. I don't know. He said that horse didn't appear to be too friendly. Okay. And then there's that. Okay. With Cynthia's group went to like a bull herding, a cow herding or something, but it wasn't nothing but three cows walking down the street. And when they got there, it was over. It's like, where's the herd? Is 3 a herd? I don't know. It seems like that's a trio. A herd should be like 10 or more. Just in my opinion. And so, they got there, they didn't have nothing else to do. So they was walking around, they saw a live bull. And that's when I told you that they was taking a photo shoot with the live bull, and everybody was hopping on the bull to take pictures, and Pinky didn't want to do it because she vegan. She vegan with this, she vegan with that. She vegan in the restaurant. They go to the restaurant. Cynthia ordered ribs, cheeseburgers, nachos, everything. And then here go Pinky. I just have some water. I'm a vegan. Okay. Pinky in her confessional says Cynthia don't care that she vegan. And I'm just like, nobody cares, Pinky. Nobody cares that you vegan. Does your husband, who runs a successful cheesesteak restaurant, does your husband care that you vegan? Does he not eat cheesesteaks when you at home? Does he not have you cooking oxtails and ribs when you at home? I don't understand why Pinky can go around these ladies and act like she don't touch meat, she ain't around meat, when she sleep with her husband every night and he runs a cheesesteak business. Like, nobody's calling that out. That's weird to me. But anyway, I'm digressing. Okay. Let me see what else. I already talked about that. When they was on their way back from when Porsha, K Michelle, Angela, and Phaedra were on their way back. K Michelle was saying how, she's really trying to get to know everybody. She doesn't really know Drew that well, and all of the above. Um, I think she's really in her feelings because Drew implied that, she did something with Black, which is the dude that Drew has been FaceTiming with or whatever. And she was like, I'm a married woman. But Kay, what's face? You only got married like 2 days ago. So you could have very well did something with Black. You ain't been married but 2 days. Um, but there's that. But Kay What's her face keep bringing up the fact that Drew's man was in her DMs. Kay What's her face keep bringing up the fact that Black, wanted her cakes or liked her cakes, on Instagram. Kay What's case keep bringing that up. But she's very defensive about a lot of things. She's defensive about her image, her sexuality, how other women perceive her, all of the above. She wants to be seen as this married lady who don't do nothing, and we know that that's a lie. Okay, but on the same token, she talked about how she loves Shamea because she chocolate, because her and her husband love chocolate women, and I guess they be doing threesomes. I don't know. Maybe they got a woman in the basement too. Who knows? But anyway, I've been talking a long time too. I didn't think I was gonna be talking this long. Kelly. Oh, when they was on the bus going to dinner in the evening, I didn't even get to the Drew part. I don't really care about that. Okay, let me talk about the bus. Let me skip to the chase, child. Um, Oh, Cynthia and Drew, when they got back, Drew came to Cynthia's room and thought she'd have a conversation about, the Shamea and Kelly of it all. And she suggests that Shamea may actually be hurt because she wants to be closer to Porsha, and she's hurt over the demise of that friendship. And she masked it with being loud and boisterous. Okay. Um, and that could be true, that she feels a way that Porsha, you know, hasn't addressed the reason why their friendship actually broke up. Porsha refuses to discuss it, and Porsha pretty much pays Shamea does. That could be why. I mean, I could see that too. Because they were friends when they were kids. Um, Last but not least, the last scene of the episode, the ladies were on a Sprinter van headed out to dinner. So everyone was in there. Okay. For some reason, wait, let me see what I'm saying. Okay. They were still talking about Pinky being aggressive. I'm tired of that. Okay, we already know that Pinky, she said that she's a strong woman. She knows that how she comes off. She doesn't really care. But to me, it's like all the ladies now feel that, because Cynthia even said you make the ladies feel uncomfortable, and I didn't like that either. Because how is she making the ladies feel uncomfortable when literally she was just asking a question? So there's some give and take of it all, and there's easier ways to discuss that. But it seems like they want to make Pinky to be like this negative stereotype of an angry black woman. Also on the bus, Kelly and Porsha got into it yet again, and we saw that on the preview over and over again, how Porsha is doubling down on Kelly seeing a married man. And then, she wants to say that the married man text her friend why after he got through sleeping with Kelly. And to me, I don't know. That just the story just don't sound right. It sounds fishy and it sounds made up. Okay. Kelly, says that, I never lied about you. You have slept with married men. And while we thought she was gonna throw out Simon's name, because Simon was married when Porsha got with her, she threw out R. Kelly's name. Now, when she threw out R. Kelly, Porsha was like, oh, she must have read The Pursuit of Porsha, because in The Pursuit of Porsha, Porsha admits that, she was one of several women that was in the house with R. Kelly. And oddly enough, Porsha didn't deny that she slept with R. Kelly. She just said that he wasn't married. She didn't say they didn't sleep together, which was interesting. Okay. When Porsha was trying to say she was gonna break down how she knew the guy that Kelly was with was married, Phaedra stopped it and said she didn't want Porsha to say anything because it may break up a happy home. And I'm like, it's not a happy home if the man is cheating, right? Like, is it a happy home? Like, Phaedra is one of those women who don't want to tell that the man is cheating because the woman might get hurt, but the woman is hurt anyway because the man is going around behind his back. You said, but he was married. Yeah, yeah, well, whatever. I didn't like what Phaedra did now, because Phaedra is like, she be keeping secrets then. At the end of the day, Phaedra may know your husband is cheating and ain't gonna tell you. Look right in your face and smile and everything. She probably knew that Porsha was with Simon and didn't tell Fallon. Who knows? But I digress. But like, when Kelly threw out the R. Kelly name, to me, uh K Michelle looked like she had been struck by a bus or something. Her eyes got wide. I could tell it was probably her first time hearing it, because I'm sure she hadn't read Portia's book. Again, Portia didn't deny it. And oddly enough, just a few weeks ago, Kay What's Her Face admitted on some talk show that she was in love with R. Kelly. So I'm like, did they cross paths? Did they was Kay What's Her Face one of the girls who was in the other room while Portia was in this room? It's interesting. You said Phaedra is the feds. But I put, if Kay What's Her Face wasn't so insecure before, knowing that R. Kelly slept with Portia really made her insecure afterwards. Okay. So the energy shifted, and there's that. It stopped being playful. It was mess, honey. It was just a lot of mess. Meanwhile, y'all let me know. That's all I got. That's all I'm talking about today. Let me know, was Cynthia justified in going off about the rooms and snapping on them women and becoming 50 Cent? Is Kay What's Her Face deeply insecure around these women? Did Kelly cross the line with the R. Kelly comment? I don't think so. Is Pinky truly aggressive, or is she just outspoken? Is Shamea really upset about the room, or is she really upset about her friendship with Porsha being broken up? Did Drew make things worse by, stirring the pot? Because Drew hadn't done much of anything but stir the pot. Y'all let me know. I told y'all the ratings was low. Y'all say this episode was good and it's getting better. I don't know. But what would y'all rate this episode? I think I would give this episode a 6.5. I'll give it a 6.5. Y'all let me know. And I will put the link in the chat for anyone to call in. Okay. Now I'm gonna see what y'all answering these questions in this chat. You said it was a bit boring. You gave it an 8. You gave it a 7. You gave it a 7. Okay. Okay, y'all gave it higher numbers than me. Okay. You said Cynthia needs to stop being so cheap. Okay. But the interesting thing about the rooms, though, you didn't even put together that Kay did love R. Kelly. Well, she said it. She said she was in love with R. Kelly. She said it herself on, I think it was on Jason, what's his name? Podcast. Okay. Um, you said that vegan stuff ain't for the weak child. Okay. You gave it an 8. You gave it a 6. Well, y'all like it. Okay. Y'all like it. Okay. Yeah, Jason what's his face. I said it right the first time. K what's his face was on Jason. What's his name? Channel. Hold on. Hey Mickey, how you doing?
Hey Michelle, how are you?
I'm good.
Child, this episode was a mess. It
What
was
was messy
a
about
mess.
it?
Well, first off, Pinky, and I know she feels stupid. She has to feel stupid because you're going up for Kelly and Shamea when they were the main ones mumbling and cackling about you eating chicken nuggets and meat and steak.
Uh-huh.
So
Uh-huh.
I know when she's watching this, she's probably like, child, I should have just minded my business.
But she
Because,
had to, because I feel like a distinct line has been drawn. She had to find somebody to align with,
but
because I don't think she's strong enough to be by herself right now.
and she really needs to pick a struggle. You can't be crying about, filing for bankruptcy, $20 million in debt, lawsuits, losing your company for all these episodes. But the second you get into an argument with one of your coworkers, you want to tell them how rich you are and I'll buy your foreclosed homes and I'm a multimillionaire and my husband is paid. And it's like, girl, it doesn't really work that way. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? It would have been one thing had she been on the show for a long time. We saw that journey of her being successful and everything. And then now she's going, through financial hardship. And then she picks up, we love a good comeback story. But you
Uh-huh.
can't be crying and then you want to be like, oh,
Both and being boastful. Like, on the one hand, it's
yeah,
like you almost want people to feel sorry for you because, you built this on your back and you're
yeah.
struggling and you're trying to keep it. But then on the other hand, you wanna tell people, "I'm richer than you. I can do this. I can buy everything." It's like
Yeah. It doesn't it's very confusing. And
yeah.
let's be real, like real money is very quiet. If you really got
Mhm.
it like that, you ain't got to remind people
You
every
ain't gotta
oh,
tell people.
you know what I
Exactly.
mean? And Angela, she really here. She was like, "Child, I don't owe people. I lost $2 million of my own money." You know what I mean? Like you you got a lot of shit going on. So that was very cringy. That was
Mhm.
very cringy. Cynthia, I'm so glad she finally was like, okay, do y'all want to do this with me? Because y'all can leave. Okay. I think that
She can't make
Shamea,
nobody leave. She just a friend.
yeah, no, but she knows good and well that they're not going anywhere. You know what I mean? But I
Uh-huh.
think Shamea and Kelly, I think the bigger issue is that they were probably mad that they slept in a separate house and they were away from, the main house. I think that really irritated them. And then on top of that, it was a dirty room, so then that really, you know really pissed
Mhm.
them off. But they just kept on talking about it and talking about it. It's like, okay, girl, like, you
Well,
know
they
y-
didn't have nothing else to talk about, honestly, so I guess
you
production
know
probably had them talking about that.
like,
Like,
y'all know.
they weren't doing much of anything this episode. So it's
Yeah,
like
but
they everybody was trying to drum up their own drama. I don't know.
yeah, because even last episode is like, y'all were on strike, but as soon as it got popping at the dinner table, y'all want to come.
Mhm.
Like, what are we doing? This is Housewives. Like, y'all
Yeah.
need to stay ready. Like, I just feel like it's kind of like what Drew said. It's a deeper, darker issue with Shamea. And
Mhm.
she likes to conceal it with the twerking and, oh, the room is dirty and all of this when there's really, stuff going on. Because to me,
Yeah.
I feel like Kelly is dedicated to hating Portia at this point. I think
Mhm.
Kelly is somebody who's watched the show for a long time and she did her homework and came in not wanting to like Portia. It's kind of like what they used to do with Nene back in the day. A
Mhm.
newbie would come on and the main target would be Nene because Nene is the face of the show, the star of the show. Now Bravo has made Portia that with Atlanta. So she came in, if you remember last season, her very first scene, she told her, "Why do you sleep with that lady husband?" And
Mhm.
she's still dragging it. And even Portia said, like, yo, like me and her, we had a 2-hour conversation. I explained everything to her. I told her about Fallon and Fallon being pregnant and Simon and all of that. And even after that, she still went on the after show and still was, trying to drag me about Simon and sleeping with people's husbands. Now,
Hmm.
Portia, this whole story about Kelly sleeping with the husband, whatever, that is so like I'm still trying to piece it all together. It
Mhm.
was really confusing to me. Like she was with somebody that got a text from the guy she was sleeping with. It was really weird. So their beef, I mean, to me, Kelly is just very, very annoying, very just extra, misproportionate. I mean, she's a lot. She's a
Yeah.
lot. And at the reunion, she better come ready because she had a lot of mouth in her confessionals. She got a lot of
Yeah.
mouth and she's trying to make a moment every time she sips on, an empty bottle. She's trying to make a moment, but she's too much. Who else? K Michelle.
Phaedra ain't doing nothing.
Phaedra ain't
What about Phaedra bragging about being, thank you, Leslie, an equestrian and, wouldn't touch the horse because her wig wasn't tight?
I think that
Or K
Phaedra.
Michelle saying she grew up with horses and she asked, here's another thing K Michelle did. She was asking Phaedra, well, how they do that and how they do this and how you make it go fast. It's like, but you grew up with horses. Why you don't know that?
Well, maybe it's been a long time since she's been on a horse.
I guess.
But Phaedra, yeah,
It's
Phaedra,
been a
I'm
long
telling
time
you,
since I've been on a horse. I still know those things.
Oh, really? You used the horseback ride?
Yeah, I used to go to summer camp. We used to horseback ride all the
Oh,
time.
nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Or maybe
Camp
she just
Toccoa. Shout out to Camp Toccoa.
didn't want to, get on the horse, and maybe she was just scared. It was on camera. I don't know. But yeah, Phaedra's like furniture. She's just there in the background making faces, all these
You said
ad
like
libs.
furniture.
She's just she's I don't know. They really dropped the ball. She might as well have been a friend. She would have been a really good friend of.
Mhm.
I feel like Cynthia really carried this episode, really.
Yeah.
But K Michelle, girl, baby, you've done reality TV before, and I know it's a
And what
whole
about
different.
when they had that wine tasting in the stable with the horses?
I mean, I think that was a cute little scene when the wine tasting
Do
when they
you
had
know how it
wine.
smell in there? With them damn horses leaning over you like
Yeah, but they looked like they was having a key, you know.
I guess they was having a key.
But K
They said
Michelle,
that's all they smelled was manure.
oh God, no. K Michelle better get it together. She better
Yeah,
get
Kate
it together.
she's getting on my nerves. Like literally, she feels away. She feels away about the way she dressed. She feel away about her makeup. She feel away about her hair. She feel away about the white women knowing Phaedra. She feel away about everything. It's like, girl, you didn't know what you was walking into.
Like, girl, Love and Hip Hop was 15 years ago. Like, let's be real. It was 15 years ago. You did Atlanta, Hollywood. You had your own show. I know maybe it was a bad experience for you, but this is Bravo. This is Atlanta Housewives. Like, you could really, if you're smart enough, you can turn it into a positive experience. And she needs to stop with all this tweeting.
Oh
Nobody
yeah,
cares with all of the like the tweets,
I
her
actually had pulled her
explaining
tweet up to talk about it, but I guess I really didn't get her on.
her
But yeah.
explaining herself, and it's like, girl,
Mhm.
you don't get paid to tweet. You can tweet all you want, explain yourself all you want. That is what you do for the after show and the reunion, and when you do your interviews. Like, all
Mm.
the tweeting, 1 minute you say you cool with this one, the next minute you going off. She's confused, bro. I think this lady is very confused.
Yeah,
She is
yeah,
really
yeah.
confused.
Cause even in here, she said, what she say? Do y'all understand? I can't even see it. I'm the one that's friends with all these ladies. Oh, okay. How you friends with all these ladies, but yet you say you don't know them? Y'all don't understand what goes on behind the scenes. I call every single lady. Cynthia, I check on. I don't play about Phaedra. She's misunderstood. But you call her a slippery snake. Angela
Mhm.
and I was wondering like why is she a slippery snake? Like what
Yeah,
encounter did you have that you think that Phaedra is a snake? Is it
because
because you
she
watched
used
the
to watch
show?
the show. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
preconceived
but
notions.
but to me, it's kind of weird for you to say that in a confessional when you just trying to get to know people. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Angela and me respect each other and want a read off. Shamea is Shamea, funny as hell, big heart, just hurt. Kelly, the person who ain't afraid of anyone who truly makes sure I'm okay. Pinky is going to talk you to death about real shit. Porsha is going to be funny and act like she run the show. Not act like she run the show. Oh, I thought it was Porsha said it's her show, remember?
Mhm.
Love them all. I have never had girls as friends. And she put never in capital letters, even though she is in a sorority. And you have to look at women who don't have women's friends sideways. Because what's
Yes.
wrong with you that you don't have no girlfriends?
Even
I'm just saying.
Pinky, when she
Yeah,
said she has masculine energy, she don't
yeah.
have, even when she called Angela a female, I'm like, that's a red flag, girl.
She
This
said,
is
I'm like a lot of
housewives.
women. Let me grow. I mean no harm, real life. You not like a lot of women, K what's her face. You got back alley butt shots and you didn't change your whole face. A lot of women don't do that. But anyway, I digress. But
Yeah.
thank you, Mickey. I got other people in the back. I appreciate your commentary as usual, friend.
Thank you, Michelle. Have a good night.
You too. Hold on. Hey D.
Hey, Miss Michelle, I had to get in here, honey. I had to get in here. I was just like the jump rope. You know, you be at the jump rope, you ready, waiting on your turn. Ooh, I was
Come on,
sleep,
honey.
child. But let the people say, let me get my 1 2.
Okay.
Uh, hey, y'all don't bite my head off, but no K Michelle slander will be tolerated. Let's get that out of the
Yes, it
way.
will. Yes, it will.
No, I'm just saying. You know how I do, K Michelle. I mean,
No, no, no.
Michelle.
I don't
You
like
know
that.
how
What's
I
face?
do.
Go ahead.
I
Go
love
ahead.
me
Go
some
ahead.
K
I'm gonna
Michelle.
let you. I'm gonna let you have it.
The reason why I
Just a
said it
little
like
bit.
that is because everybody know K Michelle is in charge of the girls. You know why? Because Nene ain't over there. I didn't believe that she was
What's her
gonna
face ain't even in charge of her own leaky butt. Like, come on now.
listen.
She is not in charge
Listen,
of
let me
anybody.
live. Let me live, Michelle.
Okay,
We're gonna
go
get off
ahead. I'm
her.
gonna let you. I'm gonna shut
But
up. I'm gonna shut up. Go ahead.
Pinky, I don't know too much about her, but I kind of see that she pretty much trying to save face about what going on with her businesses. So I'm not gonna go too much into it, but I like that about her, the fact that she said what she said, and she pretty much transparent in that aspect. They need to get rid of Drew. I'm tired of the snooze fest over there. They need to search somebody else over there.
Oh,
I mean, that's just my opinion, Michelle. I'm just giving my opinions now, cause
okay,
I'm a
okay,
real
okay.
diehard.
How you feel about Phaedra?
I love Phaedra down. But the thing about
Uh-huh.
Phaedra is she holding in the road because I feel like where is Nene every time I see Phaedra? I don't know what happened behind the scenes. Maybe they weren't able to pull my girl back. But that's really why they got me back over there glued to the TV. I was hoping our girl was coming back, but I guess she didn't.
She gonna be on girls trip. Nobody ever said she was gonna be on Housewives.
See, I just didn't know. I didn't know Michelle. That's
Oh,
just the
okay.
way
She
I
gonna
was
be on the
feeling.
ultimate girls trip.
And then the fact that Big Papa, rest in peace, he done died. I think that was the time to bring our girl Kim back. I don't know, but that's just the way I feel. I like to stir the pot. I love
Yeah.
Phaedra over there. I love all the girls over there, but I need Portia to stand up and do what she need to do. I don't like the fact that she had that dude in her face when we all know she got a whole full blown relationship with a girl. I would have felt better if she'd have brought the hot dog man over there. Come on now, Portia.
Well, I mean, she done had the hot dog man, the girl, and the guy on there. She done had all three of them
But
over
I'm
there.
just saying her storyline is real shaky. Anytime Shamea looks more credible over there than you, it's come on now, Portia. Come on now.
Mhm.
And I've been a day one fan of Portia. I like her, especially when she called herself was over there with Phaedra, and it was pretty much called herself freaking flat.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
but I love Phaedra. But reason why, cause she read the girls over there, married the medicine, and she came over there and got her job back. In my mind. But I am rooting for Nene. I want her to come back, but I guess it's one of those things where I don't even think she really care to come back. I mean, I'm just one of those
Yeah.
people. I love the OGs. I want to see them to come
Well,
back.
it's baby steps. She made amends with the network, and
Okay.
they used her at the Oscars and the Emmys and all of that stuff. So, she just gotta, find her way back to Bravo. And I think,
Yeah,
with
but I
her
was just
being
messing
the
with y'all about
ultimate
that K
girl trip,
Michelle stuff. Cause K Michelle,
yeah,
everybody know K Michelle. She gonna get into it. Everybody. I just like the fact that she was able to ease her way in there. She kind of fit halfway in, and I
she don't fit.
died when she went off on Portia. When Portia tried to act like she didn't know why she was in the hospital, baby, that took on my soul when she did
But
that.
she did. Like, to me, she don't fit. That's just my opinion. I
You
just
don't. I
no.
I can see why you say that, Michelle, because you the one that we come to when we want to hear that type of news. But I'm gonna need them to make a way for our girl, and that's the one you don't like. We just gonna say it like that.
Well, I mean, we all have our opinions, and
But
you're entitled
anyway,
to yours.
I just said it like that. I had to be a little petty. Our little
No, it's
girl
all
Kenya
good. It's
more.
all good.
You know how Kenya do over there. She do
Oh,
her
you
little
talk
one
about
too.
Kenya now. I thought you talking about
Uh huh.
Kenya.
Uh huh.
Yeah, Kenya is never
Kenya,
coming
I
back.
bet
She's
you
over there on
Kenya wish she
Amazon, and
could
Kim is
look.
never coming back because they
That
both
what I
over there on
see. I
Amazon.
noticed
So
that. I noticed that. But I like our girl Kenya because she really stirred the pot. The girls over there don't know how to stir the pot. But I like Pinky over there. I like what she giving. I can't wait to see for her story to unfold in front of us because when I was following her, she was just doing her thing as far as having the businesses. And the fact she was able to be transparent, that's why I like her now. But Phaedra, she always been that girl
yeah,
in my
yeah.
mind. I love me some Phaedra, baby. When she read them down over that Married to Miller, I was like, you better go, Phaedra.
Phaedra
So
can.
when they
That's what
brought her
Phaedra does
back, I
best.
was like,
She reads,
okay.
but what is her story? What are we learning from Phaedra besides her little, drag
Well,
and
I don't
shade with
think
people?
now see, K Michelle, you know what, Michelle, I like to hear your take on why you feel she shouldn't or shouldn't be there. Cause I'm pretty on the safe side when it comes to Phaedra. I'm just glad she back. I guess that's
No,
why
I
I
feel
ain't
like
really
she
gotten
should
to
be
it.
there because I feel like she's a, icon when it comes to Housewives. She was one of the people that made it great during the time it was great, but it was great because of all the people around her. We need Apollo. We need the kids. We need, her
Okay,
mama to
you
make an
right.
appearance. them.
Right.
So
You
it's
are
like
so
just
right.
Phaedra by herself. What is we doing? Like we loved Housewives for all of the family units. Like even with Candy and Todd and Mama Joyce and Nene and Greg and Brent and Bryson. And you know what I'm saying? We loved it back then because of Peter and Cynthia and all of
Right.
that stuff that was
Right.
going on. Like now we ain't
Why
got
is
that.
it that now that you
Where's that at?
said that every time I see her pop up over there, I be like, where's Peter? Man, I said, now I know I'm being messy boots. Every time I see Cynthia over there, I be like, where's Peter? Why he ain't inserted
Right.
himself like he always do?
Yeah. Peter was just over here last
I
week.
seen he was over there. You was doing your one too. I saw that. I said, look at
Uh,
Michelle. Look at Michelle. She bringing the
yeah.
boy back. You dusted him
Okay.
off and made him relevant again. I love that for Peter. Cause baby, I was
God,
like,
but
Peter
Peter is
who?
always relevant. I love me some Peter. He is a smart OG. You gotta
He
listen
is.
to him.
I ain't
But
never said he wasn't smart, but he was
mhm.
playing his role. I liked him when he was on when him and her were married on them. But I
Okay.
don't, you know what? You already know Apollo ain't trying to come back over there. Apollo did his 1-2 over there, married to Medicine. He made Phaedra so mad she punched out, in
Yeah.
my opinion.
Yeah.
Cause he pretty much trying to steal her show over there and married to Medicine. I was like, I know
He,
you
he,
didn't.
he did. He did. Because Andy loved him some Apollo. So,
Why
I'm
he
sure
love
he
him
might be
down
back.
like that? Why they don't like Todd? Todd the band over there, I thought. Cause that's how the relationship started with him and Candy, cause he was behind the scenes. I
Yeah,
thought
that's true.
now.
But he was behind the scenes. That's the point. He was a worker bee.
Michelle, you know what I want to see? I want to see the men's do something kind of like Real Housewives of Atlanta. Because some
That's what we
episodes,
said that Todd was gonna do. You missed
yeah, I'm
that.
hoping he do that. He bring all the men's over there because you know Todd know what to do. Because you know
That's what Peter
he can't.
said the other day. Mm.
But I'm
Well, all
saying,
right, friend. Thank you so much for calling. I appreciate you.
all right, bye bye, y'all.
All right, bye. Hold on. Hey, voiceovers. How you doing, friend?
Hey, Michelle, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Uh, I'm doing well. Am I coming in loud and clear? I don't want to be too loud.
Oh no, you're fine.
Oh, okay. Gosh, how's everyone doing? I hope you're doing well. I did watch last night's Sunday's episode, and oh gosh, where do I begin? I would like to say that Pinky. Oh gosh, I commend any woman that is an entrepreneur. I just feel like she's coming on a little bit too assertive at times when she doesn't need to be. And she's not allowing her true, authentic self to flow through. And maybe she's
Mhm.
trying to find her way with the group, but
Hello. Oh Lord, what happened?
how do you feel about that? I mean,
Oh, you went out
can
for
you
a
hear
second.
me?
Say that again. You went out for a second. Say that again.
Oh, I was. Oh, I'm sorry. I think that she could be a little bit overbearing, just a little bit. I do love the fact that she's an entrepreneur. She has her businesses, um, but I think that she's a little bit, oh gosh, maybe too sensitive at times, and she's a little bit overbearing. I mean, how do you feel about that?
Yeah, I mean, I can agree, but I think with Pinky, I think it's something else beneath the surface. Like I said, everybody keeps talking about how she used to be a producer for the Maury show and all of that, and I almost feel like she's bringing that to the show because she don't want to show the real her because she know how editing is. So she's really careful about how, things that she says or whatever. And so on the one hand, she talks about her bankruptcy. On the other hand, she talks about she richer than this person. And it's like, to me, it's not matching up. So I don't know what she's trying to do or how she's trying to come off, but it's coming off as
It's not
inauthentic, in
landing.
my opinion.
It's not
Yeah.
landing well. It's not landing. And you're right. It's like one minute you're saying that you got all these millions of dollars. And I mean, she has a beautiful, I mean, immaculate home. It's gorgeous.
Hmm.
But I do believe that she does come across as being a little bit arrogant and just oversharing too much. I mean, I know that they're supposed to display their real, true, authentic self, but my thing is just put everything out there. You know,
Yeah.
hold back. If you're going to be who you are, just be your true, authentic self. That's what
Yeah.
it's a reality
I
TV.
mean,
Now, I'm
that's
not
what
saying that
made
they're
the show
all
what it was. Like when you think about, how
absolutely,
Nene brought Greg and their relationship and everything, and and her real feelings about Kenya and Cynthia and how they would fall out, get be back for you know what I'm saying? Like we need
absolutely.
some
We need
some of
that
that.
that energy back exactly like it was in the beginning when the first season and second it was so organic. I mean they
Mhm,
would fight and argue, but it just seemed like it was not staged.
mhm,
Now it does seem a little bit staged, and it does seem like they're like cherry picking different women, and then the women cherry pick what they want to put out there and don't put out there. How can you go from like being bankrupt, but then you're saying that you got all these millions of dollars? So I think that was a little bit. She's hiding something. I don't know what it is, but
mhm.
something in the buttermilk and cream with that situation. And with Drew, oh gosh, Drew, she's doing a lot. I do like Drew, but I think that she does a little bit too much at times. The situation with between Shamea and Portia, I was really hoping that those two could kind of mend fences and they could excuse me, like invent their, sisterhood friendship. But to be
Mhm.
honest, it does seem like it's like a sinking ship. You know what I mean? It seems very, I don't know. I kind of feel that Shamia goes back and tell Kelly things, and then Kelly reads the blog, she picks things up, and then she's like throwing daggers over at Portia. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, that's
So
all Kelly
it's
got right now. I mean, her
yeah,
restaurant just
she
flop. But
exactly,
anyway,
and yeah,
what
it
you think
does seem
about
kind of strange.
Kroy and Kim and Kroy dating Kim's boyfriend's ex-wife?
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Oh,
Really?
okay. Oh, you need to rewind, honey. We had a whole Kim
Oh
and
my
Kroy
gosh.
segment.
Oh my gosh, I did not know that. That to
Yes,
me, that's like a
it's giving
wait a minute.
TJ
Was she
Home
like a
all over again.
okay? Was the lady a friend of Kroy and Kim's, or was it someone she doesn't
No,
know?
no, no, no. Kim is with the billionaire Kyle Mowitz. Kyle Mowitz, ex-wife or soon to be ex-wife, who he was divorcing because he was still married when he got with Kim, is now Kroy and her were like crying on each other's shoulders and going back and forth for notes and stuff. And now Kroy and her have been seen hugging and hiking and hanging out and stuff.
Oh my
So,
gosh, this is
yeah.
crazy. This is absolutely bananas. The thing is with Kim has a beautiful family, and in the beginning, we know that Kim and Corey they were like madly in love with one another. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And but it just ended really badly. I mean, well, they were saying that she had like an addiction to gambling, and of course, she was getting all those lavish gifts from Big Papa. Rest in peace, Big Papa, because I heard that he had passed away.
Mhm,
And
he did.
but oh gosh, that's a lot. I would
It
be
is.
sad about that. That is a lot. I mean, you just got a divorce, and now you got you still got the little ones because she still has kids that's young, right?
And Kroy got
Um.
custody, temporary custody.
Oh wow, I didn't know that either. I gotta rewind some of the show.
Nobody be paying attention to the Kim and
I
Kroy
need
news, honey, but
to
that Kim and Kroy
exactly.
news is tea. It is really tea.
Oh my gosh, because they were like a staple of Atlanta as well. Please just
Mhm.
bring back Nene Leaks. Please bring back Nene Leaks. I think she's going to have the ratings just go through the roof
I
because
think
we need her back. We
well,
definitely need
we'll
her
see
back.
her August 9th when she makes her appearance on Ultimate Girls Trip Road Trip, with however
Oh,
short it may be, 1 or 2 episodes or
yes,
whatever. I bet they'll be the highest rated episodes they've seen in a while.
absolutely. People have been just waiting to see her back. We love her one stop lines and all of her phenomenal laughs. And I mean, we really miss seeing her on TV. So I think that would be so good to watch. I can't wait
Yeah.
to see her back on TV. But thank you for having me up here, and you guys have a great night.
Always a pleasure. Thanks for calling.
All right, hon. You too. Have a good one. I'm going to drop back down.
All right. Bye-bye. Hold on, we got one more caller. Hello, sweet tea.
Hey,
Hey, how you doing?
I'm so good. Hello, everybody.
Is this sweet tea, or what is
Yes,
sweet tea?
not it ain't Atlanta sweet tea.
Oh, okay. Okay. I was like, okay, this the
It's not
sweet tea
Atlanta
we
sweet tea.
okay, I had to look at your picture. Okay.
No, but I have called you. I called you before. I just have my camera off right now because I done took my wig off.
Oh, no worries. Welcome.
But what I wanted to talk about was K Michelle and the producers. Okay.
Ooh,
So
okay.
I feel like so K Michelle has been going with this storyline that Black was trying to holler at her. But
Mhm.
when the producers, when they put the screenshots of their DMs on the screen,
Uh-huh.
honey, I paused it, took a picture of it, zoomed in on it,
I
and
did.
he was replying to her story. Okay, so she was singing in her Instagram, whatever. He replied to her story, and he was like,
Uh-huh.
"Keep singing," right? And then he
Uh-huh.
put some black hearts, and then he said, "I loved seeing you. Um, you did good tonight," or so. I guess he went to like a live performance. You did good tonight. Keep doing your thing. Always proud, right?
Uh-huh.
He never mentioned anything about her being fine, never mentioned anything about her being beautiful. And then her response to him was, "Thank you, handsome.
Ooh.
I saw you out there," with like 5 red heart emojis.
Oh, so she was the
Yeah.
one who was
She
trying
was the
to
one that was doing the flirt. She was the one that commented
Oh.
on his appearance. He
Uh-huh.
didn't say anything about her being fine, anything about her being beautiful. He seemed like a fan that was enjoying her music.
Ooh.
And she took it and ran with it. And the fact that they're putting those screenshots up there,
Uh-huh.
it's like, I guarantee you, she didn't give them those DMs. Drew probably gave them those DMs
Ooh.
to prove that Kay is
That
lying.
it wasn't nothing. Yeah, yeah.
Exactly. And then when they were in the Sprinter van or
Uh-huh.
whatever, and Portia brought up Drew saying that Kay knew Black,
Mhm.
Kay was like, "Yeah," and she was pointing her finger. And I was like, "Don't do that. Don't ever do that." And then they flashed back to the scene, and Drew was not pointing her finger, and Kay did not say, "Don't do that. Don't do that."
Ooh.
So I feel like the producers are giving us the receipts to show us they can't be lying.
You know they be doing that. They do be putting Easter eggs in there, child. And you know,
Exactly.
another thing that was interesting with Kay was like, "I'm a married woman." You just got married 2 days ago. Remember she said she got
Exactly.
married
And
2 weeks before
what
the
does
show.
Drew saying that she knew Black have to do with her being married or
Right,
disrespecting her marriage?
right, right.
So it was very weird. So I'm like, okay, Kay, just like she, she reached and made something out of nothing with her and Portia asking her about the miscarriage or whatever. I feel
Mhm,
like Kay is making this story up about Black.
mhm.
And the
I
producers are trying to show us that by putting the screenshots up there.
mhm.
And we just missing it. But I'm nosy. So I'm like, wait a minute here. Wait a
Okay.
minute. And then the whole thing with Pinky talking about this bankruptcy for literally 5 episodes. The
Yep.
first 5 episodes of the season, she talked about her bankruptcies. And
But then
then
she say she's so rich, but not on paper. And
right.
then she could buy all of Angela's houses and
And
blah,
she
blah,
can
blah. It's
wipe her
like
butt with $89,000. Okay, go ahead and get yourself investigated for bankruptcy fraud. Go ahead
okay.
and get yourself investigated. You're gonna talk yourself into some handcuffs.
Mhm.
So that's all I had to say about that. And as far as Kim and Kroy goes, if that woman knows any better, she'll leave Kroy alone right there with his 4 kids that he has
Okay.
with Kim because it is not worth that baggage or Kim Zolciak's baggage. Go ahead and take your settlement,
She
get
better
your
just hang
money.
out with him and
Right,
and roll around with him because,
right. He,
she getting half a billion.
right.
She
And
need to leave him right where he
She
at.
don't want Kim's drama. She don't
Okay.
want Kim's drama long term. Like,
Mhm.
get your money and go on about your business and let Kroy go on and raise them kids and do whatever he needs to do because
And
Kroy
if
didn't have
Kyle
good
know it, we
intentions.
know he need to do it too.
Right. And Kroy
The
didn't have
husband
good intentions anyways.
Mhm.
I'm not going to say good intentions when he married Kim, but the fact that Kroy was in that mess with Kim, not letting her mama use the bathroom in the house and stuff. Remember that episode?
Yeah, I remember. I remember.
Yeah, like that's not
And
you're
remember
not sowing
didn't
good
his
seeds.
parents didn't he drop his parents? His parents stopped speaking to him because of Kim?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely. So go on, y'all done made your bed, go on and lay in it. I just pray that
right.
those kids come out of it sane. But other than that, those are adults that made their own adult decisions and they got to go ahead and live with those decisions.
Uh-huh.
But that's
Wow.
it.
Well, I
Thank you for
appreciate you
having me.
calling. Thank you for calling in.
All right. Bye bye.
All right, good night. Hold on. I thought we had just one call. We got two. Hey, HIC.
Hey, Michelle, how you doing? I just put
Good. How you
everything
doing?
right
What
there,
you doing up
honey.
so late, child?
Oh, Lord, I could not let the night go by without calling and just putting in some feedback on that damn episode. Like, what the hell?
What you
Okay,
think about it? What'd you
first of
rate it,
all,
first of all?
I would rate it a 7.0.
Okay.
And
I
the
gave it
reason
a
why I rated it a 7,
6.5.
okay, I can see why. But okay, so you telling me at the end they didn't give you, they didn't make you want to take it up a little bit when Kelly was going off on Porsha, call
But
her a
that's
chili
at
chili?
the end. That's gonna be on next week's episode. Like,
Call her chili
you
cheese.
telling me we had to wait 42 minutes to get that?
I know, but you know what? I'm gonna take it how I can get it, cause it's finna get real love and hip hopish. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hope
You
so,
said
because
it.
these ratings suck.
The ratings suck. The episodes suck. We cannot take none of these people serious.
And everybody
Um,
got an excuse. Oh, it was Mother's Day. Oh,
why didn't nobody get on top of that horse and ride that horse? Nobody got on the horse. Like, honey,
Phaedra said she had an adhesive problem. I guess she felt her wig was gonna fall off.
but she
But she
said
was
she
gonna
didn't
put
want to
on a
sit on.
helmet. The wig would have still been on. And then and then Kay what's her face? At first she was acting like she knew how to ride horses because she grew up with horses, but then she asked Phaedra how they make the horse turn and all this kind of stuff.
Now I'm
And
gonna
it's like,
tell you about.
girl, she didn't know.
Hey,
Portia,
Michelle,
her jeans was probably too tight, and then her boobs was gonna fall out because she ain't had no bra on.
what did
And
she have
Angela had on that
on?
damn cocktail dress.
Lord, help him, Jesus,
Why
help him,
she had on a
God.
dress and heels knowing she was going to the horse stables?
And was looking like what y'all got on. No, what you got on.
I'm
You
like,
know
did
what?
they not tell you? Did the producers not tell you nothing? How did you think you was going to the horse? Like, I don't understand. She
I
must have
don't
thought
think
she was
she
going
can.
to the Kentucky Derby or something.
Right. I don't think she would dress down. Angela, I don't think she can dress down. I don't think she knows what dress down means.
Angela with a little cute and little cowboy outfit. I'm sure she got some boots. Be doing the boots on the ground dance on the weekends with
Right. She
Charles.
would have looked cute. She has a nice shape. But that thing on Pinky has been in Atlanta too long. You know, Atlanta, everything want to make it seem like, but it's really not that. You know, no shade on Atlanta. I love Atlanta.
Wait a
But you got to
minute.
be,
I feel seen. No, I'm just kidding. What Atlanta do now? What Atlanta do to you?
no, you just got to be careful because some people will tell you that they got it and they ain't really got it.
That's true.
And that's a
Home of the
pinky.
credit cards and the scammers,
That-
child. That is true.
that's a pinky. Pinky is one of those people who, she gonna fake it all the way. I mean, you really just have to know that. Look, this girl, she is just, she's telling you what you want to hear. You know,
Especially when it comes to businesses and having your stuff on social media and how she keeps like, turning lemons into lemonade the same way Candy would do. It's like every single time somebody says something to her, then she runs to social media to make fun of it. It's like, even though you're making fun of it,
right?
that don't mean it ain't true. The
Something
wife
ain't
in the
right.
basement book or the ABC bankruptcy video, like all of that stuff she's doing is to me it's not negating the reads that the people gonna have for you. That's just
It's
my opinion.
it's
So
giving it's giving bipolar. It's giving it's giving a lot. Like she's not settled mentally. She's not settled. Um, I wanted to
and
like
I feel like
Pinky.
a lot of these ladies have like researched the show, especially the new ones like K Michelle, like her calling Phaedra a snake. And I was trying to figure out like where did that come from? Is that from you watching the show? Did she do something to you behind
Hey
the scenes?
Michelle,
Like what is it?
K Michelle is looking for someone to pick on. If you
Mm.
recall on Love and Hip Hop, she would not let that go with Rashida. So K
Uh-huh.
Michelle is looking for she's looking
Oh,
for
you
like
know, she
something.
did a song about me. She put me in 2 songs, child. Fuck K Michelle. K what's her face, I
No.
mean.
You know
Mhm.
what? I think I remember that back in the day, but damn.
She
But
called me
okay, so
straight from the ass. She called me Respucia.
no, she
She
didn't,
called
girl.
me Fish Market, all kind of stuff, child. And I
And how
said,
she gonna talk about somebody?
Karma got her leaky
Right.
BBL ass because Mano, Soldier Boy, and all of them went on the Breakfast Club and
Now
told
that's
Angela
tea.
Yee that she smelled like fish, and she got pissed off at Angela Yee and cursed Angela Yee out and said, "It don't matter. It ain't your business. I smell like a motherfucking Glade Campbell." Do you remember that?
But you know what? They was being so messy when they called her back to Atlanta. Her ass back for some more. She finna get some more when she got they put out the last time she finna get put out again.
Yeah, when she
But
talk about Atlanta is filled with mean girls. Girl, you mean. That's why you say you ain't got no female friends. Nobody likes you.
now
Okay,
who
what's her
don't got no
face?
female friend?
Nobody.
Who don't have not one female damn friend? Who
None. And
ain't
then
got
she came to Atlanta and she was bumping coochies with Sabrina Peterson, who filed a lawsuit against
I heard. Oh,
allegedly.
I heard. I
Allegedly
heard that.
bumping coochies. But she was. It's on straight from the A,
I
honey. She was
heard.
with Sabrina when Sabrina slashed that girl face, which was why Sabrina went to jail.
And
Yes.
I heard and Sabrina, she bad news because you know she told all those lies and
Yes,
everything
all
on
of them,
T
and then they
Island.
was over there practicing witchcraft and all kind of
Mm,
stuff, and Sabrina doing spells on people, and Kay what's her face putting
mm,
salt around her bed, and child, it's too
ooh.
much.
So she a
And
witch
then
now
now
too,
you over here
Lord.
trying to act like you a high class lady with a husband on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, when you was in Atlanta just thotting and bopping and scissoring people, huh?
Oh
That's why she like
gosh.
Porsha, because she feel like she can get some.
I'm gonna tell you something, Michelle. 10% of the women on that show is actually a real housewife of Atlanta. 10%. And I'll let you guess the 10%. I'll let you guess the 10%.
What, Angela and Shamea?
You better tell it like it is.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I say that all the time. People be like, I
Come
don't like Shamea. I don't like, well, Shamea the only one who literally is like just living a dream. And that's why I said when she was on the plane and she said, these girls over here talking about bankruptcies and foreclosures, and I'm just trying to figure out what time the Chick-fil-A line closed. And I was like,
that was
yes,
so cute.
Shamea.
That was cute. That was cute.
I was like,
That was
that's my
cute.
girl right there. I don't care what y'all say.
Yes.
I am rooting for Shamea.
Me too. I'm rooting for
Mhm.
Shamia, but you know what? I'm gonna tell you this. This is gonna be good because all of Portia little dirty, nasty little secrets, you know she's telling them to Kelly, and Kelly is gonna scream them out to
Oh,
the
she ain't
gods.
gotta tell her
She,
half of them in this book right here that I ain't read. Half of them is in this book. Go by the
oh, she
book.
thought she thought when nobody gonna read that. This is that what she thought?
Cause they said Simon bought all of them. That's why I was on the bestseller list. They had about
Uh,
400,000 of them in the garage,
don't tell me she
allegedly.
done did book selling fraud. Lord have mercy.
That's
And
what
that
Simon said.
lie,
He had bought all the books so that she could be on the bestseller list when her books came out. He bought a whole bunch of books,
you
honey,
know she
and
gonna
they was
miss
all in the
Simon.
garage, and so they just used to give them away for free.
She gonna be missing Simon in a minute, honey. She gonna be looking for Simon. I'm telling you. I am
Still looking
telling
for
you.
Simon. Simon ain't cutting out one check.
Simon ain't gonna cut no check, honey. She gonna have to go back and be with Simon. But I'm gonna tell you
Yes,
this.
child, she talked about R. Kelly in the book.
Oh my God.
I
You
don't know what
know,
page it was, but she talked about it.
sometimes you can talk so much until you can talk too damn much. Um,
Mhm.
cause she did not have to put R. Kelly in the book without putting R with she could have spoke about R. Kelly without actually speaking about R. Kelly, you know.
Mm.
Um, but it's gonna be
She
interesting.
talked about Cordell too.
Lord have mercy. But it's gonna be
'Cause
so
I'm like, it was a
interesting.
little too soon to write a book.
Yeah, it was. But she said she gonna write another one, you know.
Might as well,
Um,
honey.
but the things that she have told Shamia is gonna come out through Kelly.
Mm.
Kelly is gonna be telling it all. Kelly
You
in
think
the way
Shamia like that? I don't think Shamia like that. I
well
think
people
that
say
Kelly
around
want people. I here's what I think. I think Kelly wants people to think that Shamia is telling stuff about Portia, but I really do feel that Shamia is a good friend of Portia's and won't spill the tea like that. I
well,
really do.
I think that Shamea is a damn good person. But
Mhm.
people are people, everybody have a breaking point.
Mhm.
And so, and everybody needs somebody to vent to. And so if I'm pissed off with you, I'm gonna vent. I'm gonna vent. I hope I don't say anything I shouldn't say, but you shouldn't have pissed me off.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true.
So it's gonna be interesting, but
But Shamia been around a long time though. I think she's a little bit smarter than that though. I don't know. She might.
Shamia
But
is
yeah,
a
I
beautiful.
really don't think she would do that to Porsche. She ain't did it since. You know what I'm saying? A whole bunch of stuff could have came out about Portia before now.
Oh
If
yeah,
that's
yeah,
the
you got a
case.
point. You got a point. You got a point.
Yeah. She had lots
So
of
this
opportunities to spill tea on Portia. And she never
right, and
did.
she hadn't done it. Yeah, that's true.
Mhm.
That's true. Maybe I'm just hoping on something that's probably not gonna happen.
I'm
But
up
that
here speed reading
lie,
trying to find R. Kelly name. Okay, good.
the lie that Portia is telling on Kelly, what you think about that? Because it sounds made up.
'Cause it sounds stupid and it sounds made up. And when they was at the table with K What's her face, when K What's her face was staring at the camera, Portia even to me, when they hugged it out at the end, to me, it gave, oh, I just did this just for the cameras, just so you could see how it felt. That's what it gave.
She
And
hasn't
then
grown up.
because Kelly kept saying it, like, fuck her and call her Portia and all of that, I think Portia brought it up again, and that's when she came up with, and he texted my friend after he slept with you. It's like, girl, this don't even
And
sound
here we
right.
go. It felt like deja vu because here we go again. Now, why is Phaedra backing her up again on this made up ass shit? Like, here we
Exactly.
go
In fact,
again. Like,
oh,
come
there's
on,
a
freaking
wife.
frack. Like, can we get it together, please?
Oh, here it is. It's on page 68, somewhere around here. And she called him Robert in the book.
Ooh,
She said, "Wow, I'm really sitting in the presence of magic and true talent." I thought to myself, slowly bobbing my head along to the beat, trying to fix my face as if I was judging the song. So yes, they was in the studio right there. I
Portia.
sat in the darkest studio alone, thinking, "Oh my God, I'm in R. Kelly's house." At the time, he was a huge star. He had just released Trapped in a Closet. It was only a few years after he had released Happy People, Ignition, You Saved Me, and every black person's cookout anthem back in the day, Step in the Name of Love. And he was married back then.
And
He
see,
was
that's what
married.
yeah, he was definitely married. He been with his wife over 20, 25 years. He was definitely married
And the
before
fact
he met
that
this.
and the fact that she said he wasn't married, like she snapped and said that instead of saying I didn't sleep with him, that told it all
Yeah,
right
she
there.
should have now. Portia, you gotta start thinking. You should have had some comeback for everything you put in your damn book. Like, come on,
Mm.
girl. Did you not think they was gonna go back and read it?
This book, oh, maybe she didn't think nobody was gonna do that. I don't know.
She should have had her shit to. I'm sorry for cussing, but she should have had her shit
She said,
together.
so I took off my clothes while he stood there looking at me. At that time, my body wasn't the body I have now. I was skinny, no more than 145 pounds. My body
Well,
looked very young. I had no breasts, no hips, but he didn't seem to mind. In fact, it seemed to turn him on.
no,
How
she
old are
didn't
you?
say
He
her.
asked. 20, I replied before he cut me off. Stop, he said. Let's just say you're very young. A few minutes later, I ran to the bathroom to
Oh,
wash him off me.
no, she did not try to make him look like. You know what? I'm done with Portia. You know what?
Not to wash him off me, honey. You
It
skipped a
is.
whole bunch. A few minutes. That's all it took.
It never amazes me.
I felt so disconnected from the man who had just told me how badly he needed me. I turned the sink on so he couldn't hear what I was doing. When I walked out, his shirt was back on.
Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm.
You're good? You good? Robert said, looking over at me. I gotta go. I'm supposed to be in a meeting with this producer. It was around 5 or 6 in the morning, but I just let him tell me any excuse to leave, and he left.
Now you said that in your book, but you got on that TV show and you couldn't back up what you said on your pursuit to Portia.
Mm.
You must still be on a hot pursuit, Mama, because
Chaz had him in the room. I mean, he had her in the room, locked in a room, and she didn't feel comfortable enough to roam around the house, and she ain't had nothing to eat. all day. She was in the
Not
room all
kidnap.
day.
Mm.
Talk about I eventually got up the courage to call downstairs because I was starving. I needed something to eat.
You want to be
By
with
the
R. Kelly
time
that
Robert
day.
walked back into his bedroom with me still lying on the bed watching television so many hours later, I was just happy to see someone. I was actually happy to see him. Girl, he just had you in the room waiting.
Yeah, it's hard for me to believe
Yeah.
anything she
It's
say. I'm
the it's
sorry.
the it's the a few minutes later I ran to the bathroom to wash him off me to me. I just like, girl, okay.
No classiness, no class. It's almost like whatever I have to do. I'm at a loss of words with that one. But I would love to see how it unravels. I'm glad someone decided to bring that up because I really want to know where was she going with that one. Where are
Well,
you going with this one? Are you
but
saying that?
what about K what's her face saying a few weeks ago on Jason what's his name podcast that she was in love with R. Kelly. And
I
that might have
heard.
been around the
Oh,
same time.
that's why they gonna bump heads at. They don't like each other, but I was trying to figure out for the life of me why K Michelle won't let this miscarriage thing go. It's not the
But and
miscarriage
when she was in
thing.
that van, when Kelly brought up R. Kelly, look at K what's her face. Play that
Oh, I
scene
seen
again and just
it.
look at her face. She looked like a deer in headlights.
Oh, I
Like,
seen it.
oh
But that
yeah.
you know what? That may be the reason why she wants to come to Real Housewives of Atlanta. They're
The
gonna be
lines are open.
Yeah,
I'm
they're gonna
sorry.
be beefing. They're gonna beef. They're gonna bump heads. They're gonna beef. I cannot wait. Because I'm ready for some good entertainment. I feel it coming
Mhm.
on. It's slowly getting in there. But it's trying. It's trying. Um,
To me, it's like she's scared to cross portion because even her little thing, this was a little shady too. When she was like reading everybody, she didn't even mention Drew though, but she was like, Portia is going to be funny and act like she run the show. Love them all. I have never had girls as friends. I'm like a lot of women, let me grow. But she was going and she was like, I love Kelly. Shamea got a big heart. Kelly is the person who ain't afraid of anyone and make sure I'm okay. Pinky is gonna talk you to death about real shit. Portia is gonna be funny and act like she run the show. What does that mean?
yeah, I think she's saying that because Portia's the highest paid one, highest
Ooh,
paid lady on the show. I
yeah.
think that's why
Well,
she's
she is
saying
supposed to
that.
be the face this season. You're right.
Yeah, yeah. And she, that I mean, she earned it. She earned it. She
Hmm.
had to go through a lot of, the media, the fans tearing her down about, assignments. So she earned it. But I would like to see how K Michelle is gonna try to wiggle her way
She
in
didn't
there.
earn it because she refused to talk about Simon on the show.
But I'm gonna tell you what I like about Portia. Portia
Okay,
has
what
started mentioning Nene. She has started mentioning Nene. And I have to give her props on that. Like, girl,
can
yes,
I
now
just
you
say
know.
I feel like Portia was playing the game because I felt like Portia was gonna get a bunch of backlash for being the only non-OG on the Ultimate Girls Trip cast. It was supposed to
Hmm.
be the 20th anniversary of Housewives, right? So
Right.
everybody from every franchise was from the first season of every show except for Atlanta, and Atlanta
Um,
was Portia. And I felt like she reached out to Nene, and then said that they needed her to stop the
hmm
backlash because there was going to be a bunch of backlash. Trust.
Yeah, I love the way she started mentioning. I even heard her mention Candy. I've even
Uh
heard her
huh.
mention Candy, and so she's paying homage, and I
Hmm.
love that for her. But I don't really care for Portia, but she's growing on me. Because
Uh-huh.
she seems like she has everything together, and then she goes back to this, Portia when they made up everything on Candy, and it's just it. I don't know which is which. Like, I don't see any growth when those two pair, um,
Uh-huh.
Portia and Phaedra. I don't see any growth with that.
Yeah.
I can see
I
them
think
doing some.
they just made amends for the check, both of them, because Phaedra is back only because Candy is gone. We know that because Candy was
Hmm.
blocking her from ever returning. And Portia is okay with it because at the end of the day, she needs somebody because before Phaedra returned back to the show, you never saw them communicating ever outside
No,
of nowhere. You never saw
no,
Porsha and Phaedra together. You never saw them cheesing in a picture at the Beyonce you never saw them
no.
together. So
Mm-mm.
why is it all of a sudden they cool, they back friends, it's all about the check. It's all about the
Yeah,
money. They
I
could
don't
be
think they are.
coworkers. Yeah.
Right. I don't think they are. I think Phaedra thinks she the Phaedra thinks that she is the smartest one out of the bunch. And I wish they would get someone on that show that could let her know she's not.
Ooh,
But it's nobody who's witty enough to stand up to Phaedra on the show. That's the
that's
issue.
true. That's true.
Phaedra thinks that she's the smartest one on the show. She has Portia wrapped, tucked in her pocket. And yeah.
Well,
So
I
she
mean,
feels like she
Phaedra
doesn't even
Phaedra famously underestimated Portia in season what was that 9 when
right.
Portia, flipped on the couch and put Phaedra on mute. Like Portia thought that
Right.
Phaedra wasn't gonna say nothing. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see
I
what
don't see
happens.
how right. I don't see
I
how they
think they
could be.
both waiting on the opportunity. This is my personal opinion.
Me too. Me too. Me too. But
Mhm.
I think that Phaedra thinks she's the smartest one of the show, and we need to get somebody enough for Portia. I mean, for Phaedra. Need to get somebody
Ooh,
enough for Phaedra. She's an OG. She's back. She did something shady. Can we get someone in there that's gonna call her out on her shit, please? I
okay.
mean, it's lopsided right now.
Yeah, we'll see. Well, I appreciate you for calling, friend.
Okay. Thank you for talking to me. Good night.
Always a pleasure. Good night.
Okay.
Hold on, y'all. Vonda, hello.
Mm. Everybody could see me.
Hello?
Okay.
You okay?
Is it blocked or what? I can't. I
What are
don't
you
see
talking about?
anything.
You don't need to see nothing.
So
Just click
say
it.
everybody in the show can see me. Everybody on the show can hear you.
Girl,
Okay. So
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't I my Hello, hey sweet tea, welcome back.
I'm sorry, girl. I had to call back. I had to call back to talk about the K Michelle and Portia and R. Kelly of it all. Okay. Because
Okay.
I clocked that too. In the car when Kelly bought up Portia messing with R. Kelly,
Uh-huh.
K Michelle went to open her mouth and then she stopped herself.
She said nothing.
She
Yup.
raised her hand like she was about to get to pointing and then she stopped herself. She
Mm,
was very uncomfortable because
mm,
if Portia was sleeping with him when he was married, so was Kay.
mhm. So
Not
was
only that, but they have two totally different accounts of their
Cause Kay
experiences
said
with
she was
R.
in love
Kelly.
with him and she just knew him and he was just different. Mhm.
Right. She said that he saved her from her abuser, while Portia is saying that he abused her.
Mhm.
So that's going to be the conflict, I believe, that they going to
Mhm.
fall out behind their experiences and their opinions of R. Kelly. And keep in
Mhm.
mind, too, Portia
What?
likes to make it seem like she was barely out of her. I think it said Portia had her experience with him when she was barely out of her teens. Portia was like 24 years old, had already
Ooh.
been humping everybody that came to the house per her account.
Oh. Uh-huh.
Kids, cousins, boys, girls, whoever, when they was coming over to the house. So now you want us to believe that you were a victim of R. Kelly when you were laying your tail in that room for hours waiting on your
Mm.
turn for him
Okay.
to come in there and deal with you.
Laying on the
Bec-
bed watching TV, child.
right. And keep in mind
Calling
too,
downstairs to get something to eat, calling room service.
but who was she really calling though? Because according to K Michelle, it was mamas in the kitchen cooking.
Ooh. Well, there's that,
Hello.
child. I
And
hear you.
we know that pretty is the plan for Miss
Mhm.
Diane too.
Mm.
Portia is the plan. So
Mhm.
we don't know who was in the kitchen cooking, but for K Michelle to bring that up on the Jason Lee show, She be
Mm,
dropping little nuggets, you know? So I think that the real tension between K Michelle is over R. Kelly. Between
ooh,
K Michelle and Porsha is over R. Kelly. And that's why she calling her a
K64.
bimbo. And that's why she can't let the stuff go. And then even the whole miscarriage thing. We don't know what happened with K Michelle and R. Kelly or
That's true.
Porsha and R. Kelly. So for
That's true.
Porsha to bring that up, maybe it struck a nerve with Kay because Porsha might think she knows some of Kay business,
Ooh.
you know?
I hear you.
So people was all over me when I said that before. They was like, oh, well, somebody told me they couldn't even bear to listen to
But
that.
I wonder when K What's Her Face's interview was actually taped. Was it taped before they filmed this or after? You know what I'm saying?
Definitely after.
Huh.
I bet you. Definitely after.
Interesting.
And then the other thing is too, Kay came out with Kay and R. Kelly had a collaboration um on I think it was one of his albums, like the year after Portia reportedly was messing with him. So
Ooh,
keep in mind they had to make that album, produce that album, edit that album, and put it out. So it's
ooh,
very possible that they was dealing with him at the same time.
ooh. Okay.
So I think that that's where the major drama is going to come in at. And then as far as Shamea and Porsha and Shamea not telling Portia's business, Shamea not going to tell Porsha business because then Portia's going to tell Shamea's because they was in their whole day together. So you can't tell one without your own being told. So I think that that's more the reason why Shamea isn't saying too much about Porsha because she know that Porsha knows where her secrets are hidden as well.
I can see all of that.
Yep.
Listen. Well, I
All
appreciate you,
right.
friend. Must be time for me to go. My computer
All
just
right.
died.
I see that. I see that. All right. Good night. Good night, everybody.
Appreciate you. Thanks for
Mhm.
calling.
All right.
Bye bye. Listen, shout out to everyone who called in. I am going over my. Hold on. It's one more person back here. Let me see what's going on. Hello.
It's me.
Hey, me.
It's me. It's Vonda coming in.
Hey, Wanda.
I'm Vonda with a V.
Hey, Vonda with the V. How you doing?
I watch you constantly,
Oh,
and I
thank you.
love. I swear to God, I love you, and you just the cutest honey bean chocolate black woman that's representing us all day, and all the haters. I don't care. All those ambiguous women who don't, the Claudias and all that. You're correct on that. The funky diva, whatever. Yeah, I swear to God, I just want to say that about you. And
Thank you.
whatever type of physical thing they talking about, baby, you look just like me, and I look like you, and you. We all look this. We look like this. This is the beautiful black women. You
Listen,
understand what I'm saying?
I hear you.
Cynthia has the same bone structure that I have, maybe a little fat here, a little fat there. We look the same. So let's not get that twisted. So now I'm going to go into what I wanted to say. I thought we were talking about the episode. Portia, to me, doesn't hide her freakiness, her whorishness. She doesn't hide it. But that little Kelly is a little sneak.
Oh,
She's a sneak, and she is doing undercover. How's she paying them bills? Because do you see the husband?
oh,
That husband, there's no way you're telling me you marry him on love. That man, no, and he's an older man, and you had children from that older man. If you listen to his interview with Tasha K, she was homeless. She was a baby mama and only had that one child. And that's why he's saying that. And then you said all kinds of things about, I'm not saying he wasn't abusive or whatever. So then now I'm gonna stop on that. Shamea is unhappy with her old man.
oh,
She's unhappy. That's why she wants to do the singing. She wants to do this. She wants to do that. She wants to be an outside girl, and she's going to ruin that. That man doesn't want to be on camera. Do you know if he gave me one season of that to just get it out of my system, I would have done that. And then when he said, I don't want to be on camera, I wouldn't have been on camera. He's a businessman. He has millions of dollars. How dare you? And you don't even represent as a woman with wealth. You don't step on the scene with wealth. You acting like you trying to fit in. You, and whether you and Porsha been friends for years, there's no way you should be chasing what she's doing. She has not never really been married. That was a quick thing, and you're trying to chase Porsha? Are you
Why you think
kidding me?
she's trying to chase Portia though?
She's chasing Porsha.
Because if
You
you recall,
understand?
remember, listen, don't forget when she was on the show as a friend back in the day. Even then, even though she grew up with Portia and stuff, she was technically Candy's friend. Remember that?
I thought she was technically, if you see, her and Portia was in the church house together with her and her mama building daycares together.
Yeah, that was
So,
back in the day. I'm talking
right,
about
but so,
season 9 and all of that stuff.
right.
Remember when
No, I'm not
Shamea got
saying
into it
about,
with
I'm
Pedro
not,
and all of that?
I'm not, when I say chasing Portia in whatever kind of group they was, Portia Mama was the it girl. Whether they had the same, you know how I got a business, you got a business, but you the woman who all, because Portia Mother was a single mother too. You're a married woman. Shamea mother said, no, I'm not chasing that. I'm staying with my husband and not being in the streets. Where she said, let me back up off of this. This is my, you have a friend like that you've been with for years. But you have to recognize my blessings are my blessings. I don't believe Shamea really recognized her blessing because she's all into trying to be fun. You understand what I'm saying? When I say fun, you've been in the church house so long, so she's trying to chase that fun. But that fun out in that streets is a hard world, baby. Let me tell you, the niggas, or I don't want to say niggas, the men will treat you a different kind of way. She's always doing some nasty thing. I'm saying, girl, why don't you represent yourself as excellence? You have it. You when she came on this season as a housewife, it was black excellence. The house, the name of the house, she represented that. And then she thought to get with the crumb girls who ain't have nothing. Kelly gone through a divorce. What's her name? What was the other girl who she showed all the pictures? That was, you already knew that was an escort kind of woman. Well, look at her man. Are you kidding me? And turn against your girlfriend for years and then say a beef about a wedding? That was petty on her. That was petty. But you know what it really boils down to? She wants to be in the street. She's not satisfied. She's not happy. She wants to claim. She wants that right. You know how you want the glitz and glamour and the fame. But with that, I'd rather be rich than be famous. She doesn't get it. And I believe it's some I don't understand. Like, you know how like being in church so long and have to be under about God and you gotta do this. And she really wanted to be out in them streets where Portia mother was single, so she had both of those aspects. Her mother was in church, but she could be a little wild because her mother wasn't married. Yeah, girl, bunk that. You could do that. And Portia's more free. That's what Shamea is fighting against, being free. And mama, I don't want this. I don't want that old man. And guess what's going on? You see how he keep on checking her? No matter when he put her on camera for 5 minutes, when we gonna make this baby? When we gonna make this baby? When we gonna make this baby? See, I don't want to say this. I don't say, but really, She could have had that baby following Candy and them about being a surrogate. That's that was something God saying to her because she was trying to keep her body and trying to keep in the streets. She had that first one naturally. That I don't believe that's something about her. She had a endometriosis and all that. I don't believe that. I think she wanted to keep her body. She wanted to be in the streets, and she was following. You know, how you just following a fad. Everybody's getting a surrogate. Let me tell you something, girl. Only people who really need a surrogate should use a surrogate, and if you don't use it for the right reasons, that's where you come up with, things that happen. The same thing with Beyonce. She had that first girl, now you don't see her. She got the twins, and now she got that. You never see the little boy because guess what? You could have naturally had that baby, but for fame and fortune, you didn't do it the natural way. And that's her reckoning that's going on. And that man knows it. He knows that. But you still chasing being on here. And just even this, let me tell you something. If you smart enough, I would never put my man and his business on them streets because now everybody gonna dig into his finances, with who business partners he got. That's what's going on with Pinky. That's so dumb of Pinky. Look at this. Now we know every bankruptcy. We know everything you did. We know when you went. We know all these lawsuits. The fame. And I would never want fame or other than having my money in my bank.
Oops.
I'm just saying, I'm going to the real thing. All about personality and liking everybody. Let me tell you, Portia's smart. Say what you want, call her Dixie. She will back up. That's why she backed up off when she married that man, and she knew she married him, and it was you couldn't know the timeline of when she was dating him. She backed up. She said, "I don't want to be on here." She stepped her ass back, and then she seen. Wait a minute. She knew that nigga was a scammer. You don't think she ain't know that? But then when she saw, wait a minute, this is getting too close to now. I'm gonna be penalized for this, and I'm gonna be in court. I got with somebody who don't even have he doesn't have an ID to come over here in America, and he's doing all that. She backed up. I say that's a smarter woman. You got to know when to fold them, and you got to know when to roll. And I'm done. I'm just saying, all these women think about that. It ain't about, I'm just saying, personality. As a
Right.
black women, we smart as hell. And we know, and sometimes we stupid. But you got to recognize when you're smart and you're stupid. Don't just kick on and just be stupid just because you want to show everybody, oh my God, it ain't me. She's showing you she a hoe. She's showing you I get down with women, men, cousins, brothers, sisters. She's showing you that. But when you, and Kelly, she's showing you she's being sneaky. But Shamea, I believe I wish good for her. I think she needs to get off of TV, handle her business at home. You got everything. But you about to lose this just to be seen?
Hmm.
Be seen on, understand what I'm saying, Michelle. I understand, but I'm saying woman to woman. If you had something to say to Shamir, you would say, girl, get your ass off this TV. You had 2 seasons. Don't collide with and then she's taking that little girl on all the trips with her. Girl, are you sure she ain't trying to hook up with your old man and show your old man she can make a baby? I'ma shut up about it. I'm just saying, it's a cruel world out there when your man got that kind of money.
Okay, Miss Vonda. We
I'm saying,
appreciate your
I
input.
want you to tell me, Michelle, what you think about what I said. Not about saying your personalities. Look what happened to Candy. Look, her mother told her, "Yo, that ain't the one." That, but see, to me, Portia listens to her mother. Her mother been in the game. She know what how the world is. Candy didn't listen to her mother. And sometimes you don't want to listen to your mother or older woman. But I'm saying to me, my message to Shamea, get your ass off this TV for everybody be digging in your man's business. And he all with the Africans, Wendy Fella, all them, they all from Nigeria. You don't know who's scamming or not, that he done did some business with, that he regrets doing business with it will circle back and say he's a scammer and mess up all his businesses, and because you got with that one person that's a scammer. She's so big she's not thinking of the whole picture. Girl, the world is yours behind the scene. What are you doing? Is it? That's all I got to say, Michelle. I,
I
I want.
appreciate you, Miss Butter.
I'm
Listen, you have
saying,
been the best
am I
caller of
not
the night.
saying real?
You get the best caller of the night award.
I'm saying like real, real. We all black women, no matter what we were talking about, but this housewife shit, I don't want none of them to fall. I don't want none of these. This is black excellence to me. Whether they got certain quirks in them that ain't, you know what I'm saying? Use a whore, you this, but I don't want none of them fall. Where they take that money that you've earned and that we see as what gives inspiration to us. What are you doing, Shamea? Get your ass off this TV and you make that man a damn, not a damn, a God blessed baby, a son. He say he got one embryo. You still traveling the world? He's looking at you like, and you know that culture is different from our culture. What are you doing? How you blessed with this? Did you see the house? Did you see what they got going on? According to what I know, he is the one who is for the airports and does all the air condition through the whole $1 billion business. Are you kidding me? I would sit my black ass down. I took the 2 years. You hear me? And poop out all babies
I think
and
Shamia will be all
everything.
right. I think Gerald is on board with her being on the show.
All
And I
right,
think
we
that
gonna see.
because
We gonna
Gerald would
see.
not film,
You
I
don't.
think producers make him look like he don't say much. And
I
he
don't
don't
think.
say much.
I don't think that. I think she also because you don't think he got a tribe of black women back in Africa saying, "I'll make that baby. I'll make that baby. I'll give you that son." They waiting
Well,
there.
little known facts about Shamia and Gerald. Gerald was with Shamia before he got rich. That's why,
Oh.
she's there. She's living in the big mansion and all of that. Like they bought that house after they got married. They don't have no prenup allegedly. That's what I heard. Yeah.
But you remember when she said in the first season, she said when she came to that house and she shitted in this goddamn house, she said it
Yeah.
was so big. You don't remember that? Remember? She said, and she was like, oh my God, why would he want me? He has all that money. He had the money. But what
Okay.
I'm saying is, I just want her to say, don't please with the fame. That fame is BS. You see Tiny and T.I.? The fame don't mean nothing to them. They connect together. She'll back off. And if T.I. say, girl, I don't want you going nowhere. I don't want you going on tour. She will back her ass up because the bottom line is the family and keeping this generational worth. Uh, uh, wealth together. We're not gonna. That's I just hate that about Shamia. And
Mhm.
oh, and let me tell you something. Let me get to K Michelle. Her ass hurts. Her ass hurts. Her ass hurts. That's why she's cranky every time she's on the scene. Her ass hurts. All these rumors before, remember before? Oh, it smells, it stinks. That was, she had an infection a long time ago. She should have been scraped and pulled that shit out of her. How you go on there and your shit just go wet? You understand? If I would have went to the damn whatever the country music and my shit went out, I'd have said stop the filming. I can't film no more. I need to get this shit together. But see, again, I'm going back to fame. Fame is a addiction and it's a disease to want to be seen so much that you will sacrifice yourself to be looked at as a certain type of person instead of buying land and sitting your ass down and getting your that shit cleaned up and riding horses. Yeah, her ass was hurting. She couldn't ride horse. You don't. Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all everything. I'm gonna stop right here and I'm gonna stop. Watch every episode. Look like she can't sit down in the bus. Look like she. I swear to God,
That ain't
I'm telling you. She can't watch her. You ain't see when they went to the tea party and she walked in. Why did he have to help her walk into the? And he said, "Yeah, you know you need to get home." I said, "Oh, you sick. You're sick, and you want fame that much. It's a disease, baby.
oh.
I'm just saying.
Well, Miss
Everybody,
Vonda, you just clocked everything. The
I
people
put it
say you just
down.
clocked everybody, child.
I put it down. I'm just saying real, like real. I want all of them to be beautiful because it's the
Miss Vonda, where you
representation.
from? You from
I'm
Newark?
from Jersey.
I could tell.
But I'm just saying, like the representation of us is black excellence. But we need to act like that. And that bullshit about them damn sheets and shit with Cynthia, this lady is trying to do a, a, a collaboration with the Malou family. Do you know they own what's that basketball team in Sacramento? The whole family. You talking about a scrape on the sheets? Did you see when they showed it was dirty? Get the hell out of here! And even then, you sat there instead of saying, "You know what? It's dirty." Just to not show on camera a representative of black people complaining. You didn't go to nobody's room, get cleaned up, and then come to that table and represent. And then you even the discord. We couldn't even see the black people that Cynthia made sure it was black people who was catering it. We couldn't even see them on
Mm.
some bullshit. Y'all not seeing the full picture. Beverly Hills would have never did that. They would have shut their mouth. They'd just been like, oh, okay, I'm going to her room and I'm cleaning, I'm doing my makeup there. K. Michelle, so stupid ass. How you say you don't want to be on camera because you ain't got your glam squad, and the whole time you went down to the pool with no freaking camera on you, no makeup on you, and you on fucking camera. Do you see how ridiculous that looked? I was so aggravated with that.
She's very insecure around these women.
She's she's not even insecure when she said that bullshit about being Ashkenaz and Atlanta with the love and hip hop. She was insecure with them also. She was insecure with what's the girl name? Oh, I love this little cheeky black girl who got all the stores and her husband, and they always trying to come against Kurt and Rashida.
Kirk and Rashida.
She was insecure with them. She was
Mhm.
insecure. She was insecure with the. That's why she did it. You trying to show how Kurt is a cheater? Why you keep trying to say? If the lady says she don't believe her own man a cheater, why you keep bringing that shit up? She had no man then.
Well, she was mad at Rashida because Rashida was standing behind Toya and Memphis at the time.
Uh,
And when she said that she was
but I think she
abused by
already had a
misfits and
beef.
then nobody believed her. That's why she was pissed off. And nobody in
I,
Atlanta believed her, honestly. But that, and I'm keep that to
I mean,
myself.
I'm not gonna say that because we do show it was true because even the little girl did it. But what I'm saying is, how you get mad at them if they all friends? You would be like, okay, what it is. But that bitch gonna see in a minute when he smack her ass up because it showed up eventually.
They not married no more.
I'm saying, why K Michelle made a big beef about it? If ain't nobody believed you about him smacking you up, all you had to do is say, "Girl, I ain't even get mad at y'all. We ain't even gonna talk about it." But your friend gonna see in a minute, cause she what's Latoya, what's her name, Toya? She finally realized. Did you saw that episode with the what was that? What they was all on the and the marriage and something boot camp. That nigga act
Mhm.
like he was gonna beat her ass right on camera.
Oh Lord. All right, Miss Vanda, we going off
Uh,
script. I appreciate you for calling in. You have been wonderful. I want you to call in more.
I
You
will
are
be
a jam.
calling. I usually don't, cause I be like, nah, I don't think they really
You
want to
can
hear the
call.
real.
You can call. Click the
Hey,
link
Sugar
on the
B,
bottom. You
I've
like to
been
hear it.
following you. I've been following you for a while, and I always wanted to say, let me call in and say, this is the most chocolate woman I ever see. She's such a cutie pie.
Oh,
Like
thank you so much.
you got a
I
baby
appreciate it.
face. It ain't no what other bullshit funky doesn't even know. I'm like, but she got no wrinkles. Her skin is flawless. Her hair is flawless. What is they talking about?
I don't know what they be talking. They just hate
I
us, honey.
girl, and I
They
want
don't
to tell
like the truth. They can't handle the truth.
again, but this what I want to tell you. When
Yes, ma'am.
I sometimes I'll be like, why you keep on answering that question on there? Why you keep the T.S. Madison? I'm like, I think you should stop answering it and stop addressing it because it didn't looks like you insecure. How can a man in a wig and what the hell? I would be like, bitch.
It's all for entertainment purposes only. I could
Okay.
care less about them in my everyday life. But if they talk about me online, I'm gonna talk about them back. Why not? Why not?
Because to me, you give them more validity for somebody to look at their page and see what the fuck they said. If you answer nothing, then nobody knows what the fuck. You think people really looking at them? I ain't subscribed to them. The real women, we ain't subscribed to them until you tell us that they said something about you. We never even hear it. It's not even in the algorithm. I
Okay.
swear to God.
Okay,
I'm
Miss
just letting
Brenda.
you
I
know,
hear you, Miss
baby.
Brenda.
Check what I'm saying. You giving them more validity. The
Okay.
algorithm don't even come up until you say it. Then I'm like, damn, what the fuck they say about my girl?
Well, I appreciate it. I really do. Thank you for the
Sugar
support.
B.
Give everybody your click and your view. Go see what they say about me and then come back and see what I said about them. Just play ping pong. Give us
No,
all our clicks
I
and
ain't
views.
fucking
The
looking at
internet is
they
big enough for
shit.
everybody, even
I
men in
don't want.
wigs.
I don't want to look at they dumb shit they talking about. And every 5 minutes he talking about bussy smell good. I don't know where ass smell and juices smell good. Bitch, bye.
Good night, Miss Vanda.
All right, bye, bye, baby.
Bye bye. Oh Lord. Thank you so much for calling in, Miss Vanda. You have been wonderful. I appreciate everyone who tuned in tonight. This has been amazing. Go to sleep. It is late in Atlanta. Okay. We talked about Kim and Kroy. We talked about Kenya's new show. We talked about what else we talked about? Talked about the premiere date for the Ultimate Girls Trip. We talked about the ratings for this week's episode, and we talked about week's episode. So I feel like I covered a lot of bases. If you just get in here, please watch the replay. I will try to put timestamps in soon, and I will see you guys in the next video.
Go to sleep. It's late in Atlanta. Good night.
Good night, squad. I will see you tomorrow. And Patreon, I owe you a lot. I will go on Patreon tomorrow night. I'm about to lay it down because I just came back from Tennessee and I just can't wait to get in my bed tonight. So I appreciate you guys for tuning in. It's been fun. Good night.